All right. So let me move you guys over to Prime Order Manor that actually has like a travel brochure now, because you go there enough. There we go. There we go. Sweet. All right. So, Prime Order Manor.
I like the mood pictures at the bottom. I don't think
this.
you've noticed it. I don't think I've seen this
Yeah,
before.
no, this is new.
good.
I've consolidated all of my Prime Order materials onto one page so that we can at least, switch pages sometimes during roleplay sessions. I'm trying to branch out a little bit more, Yeah, so there's the pre-described brown and blue guards that he keeps under his employ. There is their adorable guard drakes. There is the Miami drug lord with magical antenna on the roof. And then there's the Mr. and the Mrs. And of course, the ever lovely. Oh no, not her. The ever lovely Jessica Fletcher. So, all right, because it might be a murder. Who knows? Okay, let me change out the music. You guys arrive in the evening hours, as you agreed to do, and the guards at this point recognize you, though they are cautious about your new baby? Question mark. I mean, they put up with a lot. You've got a dinosaur. You've got this trader right here from Daggerford. But this is definitely adding a whole nother level to their caution. Inevitably, you are allowed inside, and yeah, you are kind of shown to the sitting room. Because both the Mr. and Mrs. of the house are busy, but you are encouraged to just help yourself to alcohol, drugs, and cigars. I'd bring you some snacks, but I don't want to ruin your appetite.
The drugs wouldn't.
Well, I mean, not if you do them right.
What kind of drugs do you have?
She motions to this lovely, crystalline tray, wherein there are several different sort of crystalline bowls containing, the goods.
Crystalline powders.
Basically, it is your fantasy equivalent of just straight up like marijuana, cocaine, and feel-good mushrooms. I can look up the actual names of them for you, but they're basically the equivalent of those.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is the effects that you would normally associate with those products IRL is similar in the game, essentially. So. The devil's weed is actually there's little pipes for you to tamp it in and smoke it. That is what they actually call marijuana in Forgotten Realms, is devil weed. It's not the most creative name. They should have just gone with devil's lettuce, if I'm being honest. But the other two, I can't recall off the top of my head what they're called. I just know that they're always available in his sitting room. So. But yeah, if any of that is appealing to you, but they also have, a wet bar and fancy cigars. You are, of course, discouraged from taking more cigars than you need, because they do come all the way from the New World of Mastika, so pretty expensive. All right, you guys have some time to yourselves in the sitting room. Does anybody partake, or do you just sort of hang out?
I think Nikolai would light a cigar.
Okay,
And ask if
fair
anyone
enough.
else wanted one.
I brought me own drink, don't worry.
And Dargum's gonna pull out a flask of Fireforge Reserve and sip.
All right, staying on brand. Staying on brand. Okay.
Nikolai like that. Dogrum, could I have a sip when you, if there's extra?
Yeah, I'm gonna pour him a little bit. I need to get an endless flask, like they had in Critical Role,
Yes.
and enchant it with Fireforge Reserve. Clutch.
That'd be amazing.
It's definitely on the to-do list now. Yeah. So I'm just gonna sip on that and offer if anybody wants like a little pour from my flask.
All right. As you guys get a couple of pre-drinks in before dinner, I will say that the cigar is it has a very like robust, sort of lush taste to it. Definitely a bit exotic without being like too uncomfortable to the palate. The smoke that it lets off is not really stinky. It's almost sort of like aromatic, kind of filling the room with sort of a similar, almost like a jungle sort of smell of rain and renewal. It's yeah, it's not bad at all.
That's super nice. Cool.
Yeah.
If I see that Nikolai likes the cigar, I'm gonna pocket one for later.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Nikolai, in his kind of like slightly, I don't know, brusque manner, is kind of, you get the sense that he likes it for sure, Dogger.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna like pocket one.
All right. Fair enough. So time passes, and eventually, the little gnome returns, and she says, yes, it's time now. So, cross the hall. Here we go. And we will have our meal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's, I can't believe that we managed to avoid the storm they had predicted. It's quite a blessing. And she just sort of like ushers you guys across the grand hall into the very small but comfortable dining area. So roughly that kind of look and feel to it. Everything in the house sort of has this weird kind of gothic-y, like, I guess if the Addams family was trying to sell their house, kind of thing. Like it kind of has like a more modern Addams family vibe to it. So, yeah, there's still no prime orders, but you are kind of shown to the table. You do see that there are 2 seats that are sort of pulled out from the table at the head, like sort of by the fireplace. You kind of get the feeling, etiquette-wise, that those have been pulled out for the prime orders in advance.
Okay. I'll at least sit down, but not in those 2 chairs.
Sure. So as you guys take your seats, again, there's just sort of like Prime Order made not a big deal, but he definitely made it sound like he wanted to meet with you. So the fact that it's that he wasn't here to greet you, that he's running late, it's definitely unusual, I guess. I mean, it's not unusual to be kept waiting, but at the same time, yeah, it's not the usual when you're dealing with Prime Order, I guess. So yeah, you guys just kind of sit there in the silence, sort of waiting.
Is the wife not here?
Currently it's just you guys alone in this dining room.
Okay.
I guess I just pet my cat while I'm waiting.
Okay.
And like smoke my cigar. That sounds fun.
What was the gnome's name again, Crash?
Just a sec.
Angela.
Maybe. Let's see. Feliza
Please.
is
Okay.
is her name. All right. So after about 10 minutes of waiting, Feliza reappears and she says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. It's going to be just a few more minutes. I really appreciate your patience, and I'm doing everything I can to keep the food warm or cold as needed. So you don't have to worry about the meal at all."
And I'll say, Elisa, I am rather worried about what's taking them. Are they all right? Thank you.
Oh, well, they're having a bit of a disagreement.
Oh, over what? If I might be so impolite at that.
Oh, well, I really shouldn't say, but it's about you lot.
Oh, well, I don't mean to pry, but if it concerns us, I would hate to be the source of discord in a marriage.
Oh, no,
Is it
it's.
something
I
we can
don't
help
think.
with?
I don't think it's anything like that. It's just. She kind of looks both ways and closes the door. And kind of comes over to the table and she says, "Well, it's just that Saltmarsh is a big place, and you're not the only group of mercenaries that Mr. Primewater has taken an interest in. And well, I don't want to say that there's favorites, but you're certainly his favorites. But you see, Mrs. Primewater, well, she's taken quite a liking to the other group, and you know." She feels that Primewater should be funneling the best jobs and opportunities their way. And then when he brought up the condition you're dealing with, madam, and, basically demanded her help, it got messy. Plus, there's the whole thing. Well, I've said enough, honestly. I don't. I'm sorry. It's just you're just so easy to talk to. And well, all of you are so great.
You're lovely as well. Thank you for trusting us with that confidence. It won't go
certainly, and
amiss. I am so curious about that last thing. Any chance I could tempt you to tell me?
oh well, I don't suppose it would really do that much harm. I mean, by now, I'm sure if you're still alive, I mean, still working for Mr. Primewater, then certain details are probably out in the open.
Certainly,
It's just
certainly. We've learned a lot. It's been eye-opening.
the missus is supposed to be keeping track of things around the manor when Mr. Primewater is out and about, and he feels perhaps that she has been a bit lackadaisical. She's been very obsessed with her paintings and fortune telling and portents, that sort of thing.
Is everything all right with the staff? Have you got everything you
Oh,
need?
it's not. It's never a mind for me. I keep the house fine. It's more guests that we have been caring for. I'm sure if it's important, it will come up at dinner.
Oh, well. I look around to see if anybody.
Can
What
I,
everybody's sort of signaling.
if I use my X-ray vision, can I see them down the hall?
I mean, if you wanna do X-ray vision, sure. Yeah, you can try to look through the ceiling, out the walls, like where
Right.
you're trying
Well, I guess. Well, I'm trying to see where they are in relationship to where we are.
Sure. So get ready for some amazing mouse marker skills here.
Okay.
So, all right, if this is the front door,
Mm-hmm.
and the sitting room is here, okay, there's like a big like grand hall, entry hall kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then in the grand entry hall, there is a fancy staircase that goes up from here, right? So it goes like that to the second floor. Okay. You guys are in the dining area, which is actually right here, right across the hall from the sitting room. And then through the wall, you can actually see the kitchen and the pantry, which would
Okay.
be, kitchen and pantry.
Is Pharaoh spying
Okay.
with his magic eyes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yes.
so upstairs, as you kind of look up through, look up through the ceiling, I guess. What is the range you can see through walls?
I believe it's 60 feet.
I think
Okay.
it's 30.
30? 30, 60. Let me check the card.
Yeah, I believe that would be enough to see to the second floor. So as you look up, you do see Primewater and his wife. They are directly above you guys, and they are having a low volume but heated argument.
Okay. Is there anything of note in the like kitchen or pantry or any of the other
Oh,
rooms?
like dead bodies hanging from hooks or anything crazy like
Yeah.
that?
Or magic lens?
Like a ninja like poisoning the turkey or something like that. No,
Yeah.
when you look into the kitchen, it is a little disturbing. There are hideous creatures working in the kitchen. They are like tiny red men with scorpion tails and long almost monkey-like limbs, very sharp teeth, and little bat wings on their
Did we
back.
see those in the basement of the Jamba Juice?
They look similar to those creatures, but they have different features, like the scorpion tail and the wings and stuff like that. The ones you saw looked more like chunky, scaly babies that had been given to play with.
Yeah, they were really cute.
Yeah, like these
Okay.
these look a little different than that. So, but they have little like chef hats on, and they have little aprons, and they are apparently kitchen staff. Yeah,
Okay.
here's I could post it
And
up in the chat here if my description was not.
any disturbing magic glints or
Well, the creatures are definitely magical.
right? Okay.
And there are some jars in the kitchen and the pantry that do radiate magic, as though they contain magical stuff.
Okay. Like nothing like immediately around us though.
In the room itself, actually, the room itself would be magical if you were using detect magic.
The room itself is magical.
Ooh, that's because it's maybe
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's what?
like maybe it's shielded from magic.
The magic in the room is abjuration.
Yeah, that one.
So like it's like magic, like nullifying magic or
It's protective magic.
protective. Okay.
To the little gnome lady, what is the name of this group, if you don't mind sharing, that Lady Primewater would prefer to support?
Oh, well,
You have to kill them.
I really shouldn't. I don't want to cause any problems. Between you hardworking mercenaries, um, they're basically just known by the name of their captain. Have you heard of Jenna the Generous?
Who?
An enchantress.
Yeah,
we've heard
she's
of
a privateer that works out of Saltmarsh. She's made quite a name for herself.
Wait, is she like alliterizing but with a J and a G?
I suppose. She didn't choose the name. It was given to her through reputation. She has a habit of offering surrender and then giving those who surrender a jolly boat.
Hmm. Well, can we find them somewhere?
No, I think that's impossible.
I guess.
I want to ask Feliza if she has any pickles. I want to have Evan Fang try one, see what he thinks.
A pickle? You're gonna feed him a pickle?
Yeah.
Certainly. Yeah, I can bring you some pickles as long as it doesn't spoil your appetite. Oh, the room is abjuration and evocation. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll relay that to to everybody once she leaves.
How
when
long
she
does
gets
this ghostly gaze last?
It says it's
1
an
minute. Oh, okay. As an action, you gain during this time. Once you use it, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest. Okay. So she leaves the room. The glowy or the ghostly gaze kind of fades. Eventually, she does bring back some pickles, and they're on like a nice serving tray. She didn't know what kind of pickles you wanted, so she brought dill, sweet and spicy, overcompensating a little bit. She brings it all, sets it before you on the table, and then you hear sort of a slamming of a door from like through the ceiling, and she says, "Oh, that's probably them. I'll be right back." And she kind of hustles out of the room.
I want to cast thaumaturgy, and I want to have whispers coming from the pickles.
Okay. What are the just spooky whispers, or do they actually say something?
No, just spooky whispers. Just
Okay,
like
sure.
Incoherent whispers.
All right. Even Fang has been asleep in his papoose this whole time.
Okay.
Do you?
Okay, no, then never.
Do you want?
Don't wake him.
Excuse me.
You don't want to wake him?
No.
No, you wake him the fuck up. You.
Hey,
terrible parrot.
hey, peeping Tom.
Hey, you don't know that I'm spying.
I think it's like your eyes like light up and you're just kind of like sentry, just. It's like witcher.
What's
It's like
just
Scooby-Doo
looking
vision.
around. Yeah. Oh, then yeah.
Why does he look like that?
All right. So the door to the dining room opens, and Lady Primewater comes into the room. She turns her gaze upon all of you, and she just sort of smiles, sort of recognizing you but not recognizing you, and then she takes her seat by the fireplace, and then Primewater kind of walks in like a few seconds behind her and kind of nods and kind of is scowling, and then he takes a seat as well. So sorry to keep everyone waiting. Hope it hasn't been too much of an inconvenience. Feliza assures me the food will still be fresh and hot, so I hope you like duck.
And we appreciate your hospitality. He'll nod to both. Your cigars were phenomenal.
They are phenomenal. Some amazing things come from across the Great Sea. So, let's eat. And he kind of claps his hands loudly, and Feliza begins bringing in the food. So there is a clam chowder with 3 different types of bread to start out with. This is supplemented by a cheese platter with a little bit of fruit. After that, they bring out cheese rolls that have been filled with nuts, carrots, and then glazed with honey. Then they bring out, everyone gets their own Cornish hen that has been stuffed with olives. And that is served with a small portion of beets. And finally, the main course comes out, which is several roast ducks that have been stuffed with apples and served with spinach mashed potatoes. So overall, it's a pretty nice meal. Wine, rum, whiskey, all available to drink during the meal, or I guess just water if you are abstaining. Lady Primewater only eats the nuts out of the cheese rolls and the pickled beets. She does not eat any of the other food. I don't know, just random tidbits, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. Primewater, for his part, is ravenously hungry. He eats a lot. Does everyone partake of the food? Does anybody abstain from eating or drinking?
Like I'll eat. Yeah, I have no reason to not to. Yeah.
I would have,
Absolutely. I think most of the time we're on hardtack. We don't ever like stop and eat anywhere.
Okay.
yeah, I would have my
Except that
cat
one
kind
time.
of doing the like sitting on my lap and like sort of like nonchalantly sniffing the food for poison.
Oh,
but
fair enough.
Otherwise, I would eat it. Yeah.
Okay. Pharos, the food is enchanted. I do need to mention that because you have that ability. So.
Okay. Is Feliza still here?
Yeah, she's off to the side.
Can I
just wait?
like wave her over?
Uh-huh.
Like I'll like lean over. It's like, what's going on with the food?
What do you? Oh, is something off with the food, sir?
It's fucking magical.
Well, I did say
Wow.
I did say that I was making sure it was going to stay warm or cold as needed. How did you think I was going to do that?
No, that's service.
Well, my apologies, ma'am.
Oh. You wouldn't think that we would try something untoward, this far along in your business relationship.
Can I hear Pharaoh's asking her that?
I mean, depending on
I'm
where
gonna
you
say-
are
I'm
at the
gonna say-
table, yeah,
I'm staying pretty close to him.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're sitting next to him, you definitely hear that.
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy.
Uh-huh.
And simultaneously, I want to have the lights flicker, and then I want to have like farting noise come from Pharaoh's.
Oh, jeez.
Why?
Lady
Why?
Primewater lets out a squeal of laughter, and knocks over her wine, and it goes everywhere. Feliza
Whoops.
immediately starts prestidigitating to try to keep things nice and clean, and mage hands and unseen servants, and just whatever she can do to kind of rectify the situation.
And then I want to say something to Primewater. Well, you're really wolfing that down. It's pretty good, huh? Is he like this?
I burned a lot of calories on the road, so
Yeah, I bet. It's pretty
Yeah.
good.
So how does the?
But
how does
I don't know. You seem to be eating pretty well. You might say that your hunger dwarfs mine.
Oh.
He's-
Now,
He
don't
called
be
you
hounding
short.
me about what we're eating. What we're eating.
Oh, no worry. I would never be short with you about that. It also
Man.
looks like your beard is eating well tonight as well. And he motions at Illyria.
Oh.
I don't.
Is it
Never
saying
mind.
that? Oh, it's a gay joke.
What?
So,
Is it his cover for his?
a
Whatever.
wonderful meal. Now we can discuss.
Let's.
Lady Primewater says, "Wait, we can discuss." over ice cream.
Hmm.
And I want to make the lights flicker bright whenever she says over ice cream.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is amazing. We should definitely have ice cream, guys and
They have
ladies.
ice cream in
Alright.
Forgotten Realms? What? It's amazing.
Feliza goes to get the ice cream. Okay. She comes back with the ice cream and the toppings cart. So she kind of pushes the toppings cart in. It is loaded down with sweet fruits, all sorts of sugary sweets and delights, heavy whipped cream, the whole thing. They've even got a small little pot of melted chocolate. It's a sight to behold.
This is really important, Crash. Are there rainbow sprinkles or not?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Otherwise, fireball.
But I think they call them Jimmies
Jimmies.
on the Sword Coast.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
all loud.
So, you guys settle down. Does anyone partake of the ice cream? The ice cream does radiate magic. Pharaohs.
Okay.
Sure. I'll have the cat sniff it and like lick it, and then I'll get some.
And then the
Falgrim's
cat
gonna-
dies.
Well, this is important. Are you lactose intolerant? Nikolai Constantine III's name.
All right. On a 4 I am. Nope. He's good.
Okay. If you were, then the cat would have told you it was poisonous. But
That would be funny.
all right. So, you guys fill your bowls, have some ice cream. This Lady Primewater eats with great abandon. Just big, huge, over the top, like the kind of sundae like a 5-year-old would make if you let them go to one of them build your own sundae places and didn't supervise them. Mostly candy, and like whipped cream, not a lot of ice cream, but she just, and no manners either, just big heaping spoonfuls, just chowing down on it.
I wrote down the last thing she ate, which was the yogurt. Only chocolate yogurt or something.
Yeah.
This is my
So
notes.
Thogrim hasn't finished eating, and
Sure.
he's gonna see the ice cream plate, and he's gonna ask if he can get a doggy bag for his food before he moves on to the ice cream, and then he's gonna make the same kind of just sweets are his thing, he just loves. He's gonna make
Oh
it-
yeah, sure. Yeah, so Feliza says that she will get it wrapped up for you, and she says, I didn't know you had a dog there, Mr. Fireforge.
No, it's a dwarf thing. We asked for a doggy bag. It means we were gonna take it home. I'll probably eat it, or maybe I'll give it to Spencer. I mean, he might like it. It's pretty good. But
Spencer
this
here.
ice cream. Ooh.
Yeah, I always thought dwarves had badgers, not dogs. But you have lived here in Saltmarsh for some time, so I thought maybe you were branching out and trying new things.
Oh no, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, so now that we have ice cream and we've been fed, we can discuss the matter at hand. I'm just going to cut right to the chase. Because at this point, I have a lot to lose, so I might as well just keep betting on you.
Yeah, we shouldn't chase our tails with anything, if you know what I mean.
Ah, it was a wolf joke.
Yes. Possibly the first of the evening.
The light flicker whenever he says it too.
So, there's another werewolf in the town.
Yeah.
The other werewolf is a person who is very close to me and very important to me that continues to make extremely poor decisions that become increasingly more expensive for me to fix. About a month ago, I made arrangements for her to come and stay with us here in Saltmarsh And I believed that I would have assistance in her rehabilitation efforts, he kind of says as he looks over at Feliza and his wife. But they have not been as effective as I had hoped. So, she keeps getting loose. That's not to say that I'm keeping my sister locked up in a cage, because I would not do that. And maybe I should have, because she has been terrorizing the town.
Is this werewolf thing like hereditary? Or
We are pure-blooded werewolves. That is to say that our powers come naturally. We are not cursed. We are born this way and have always been this way.
How can we help you, Mr. Promoter?
Yes, so the problem is pure-blooded werewolves. They can spread the curse of lycanthropy rather easily. My sister is possessed of certain unhealthy appetites. She views regular people as sheep, as playthings. She got herself arrested down south in Calisham for a series of gruesome murders, as well as leaving a trail of confused and dangerous werewolves in her wake. She usually, and I don't know how she decides, either hideously eviscerates her targets or leaves them to become werewolves. Normally, I think the werewolf creating is an intentional thing to throw off any authorities who might be catching on. It's an old trick to savage a community, leave one werewolf behind to basically take the fall for you. Unfortunately, my sister sort of turned this thing into an art form. Regardless, she was extracted from the consequences of her mistakes in the South and brought here only to repeat them again. The problem is there is an order of lycanthrope hunters, relatively new to the Sword Coast. They go by the ridiculous moniker of blood hunters. They operate way outside of laws and traditions, and there's one in the city right now, a sun elf. This individual is hunting my sister, and I suppose if he does a good enough job, myself as well. But he doesn't realize necessarily who my sister is or where to find her. He's basically just been cleaning up her messes. All the people that have been killed were people that she more than likely infected. I have tried to reach out to this individual, but he is about as evasive as my sister is. So now my sister is at large and he is at large. And they're both loose in the city, using it as their own, I guess, cat and mouse arena. I don't know.
Eventually they'll collide.
Yeah. So here's the problem. If the authorities catch this guy, he'll probably cop to what he's doing, which will cause undue panic about, werewolves in the city and all of that. If he is assisted with what he needs to do, that would result in the death of my sister, who probably had it coming, but I would prefer didn't. If I can find her again, it is my intention to ship her off either to Chult or just the far north, away from Saltmarsh, and just have her be somebody else's problem. Because I don't know what else I could do for her. No amount of restorations or healing magics have soothed the madness that courses through her. My wife here tells me that she just is who she is. And no amount of magic can change that without destroying who she is. Which means that my sister's a horrible killing monster. And he kind of like looks he looks remorsefully down at the table.
And what does your wife think should be done? And Nikolai will look to her and see what she's like, how she's kind of feeling, looking, whatever.
She looks over at you. And she says, "You're the goblin that opened the box." She just sort of stares at you.
Okay.
You wanted to ask me a question?
What do you think should happen to this werewolf sister?
Oh, I think that she is what she is, and she tries not at all to be anything else. I told Gellin that if he does not like someone like her in his city, then she must be sent away.
Makes sense. Okay.
Can we
What is her name?
remove the curse?
Gellin kind of looks at you and says, What curse? What do you mean?"
Is this like lycanthropy thing? Assuming it's not a curse, you're born that way, but it's
Yeah, I mean, that would be like removing the dragon parts of you.
Oh, okay.
Now, the people she's infected, certainly. Remove curse, 500 gold worth of expensive reagents, and yeah, boom, done. No more lycanthropy. The problem is I don't think that this blood hunter is very well funded. So his cure seems to be a flaming silver sword.
Do you know how we might find sister of yours, Gellin?
Oof. Well,
Sounds
I mean,
like, yeah, it could be difficult.
magic could work. She doesn't have any sort of non-detection on her. Someone refuses to scry on her, though. And he yet again kind of looks at his wife, who is kind of has her face in her ice cream bowl at this point. So yeah, if you have such magics, that would probably speed things up immensely or greatly. I don't know. I came home to all this after a very hard trip, so
Yep, that was a shitty trip.
Does she have
Yeah.
anything on her that I might use to locate her? Do you know of? Does she carry around a special locket or pendant or ring, maybe, or I don't know.
She does like to assume the form of a wolf.
I mean, I could fetch you a painting of her. Then you'd know exactly what she looks like. Would that help, or do you need to have a specific item?
An item. Well, I mean, the picture would help, but I mean, an item would be. It'd make it that much easier if I could take a look at the item that she may be carrying on her. I mean, do you guys have like a special signet ring or a werewolf badge or something? I don't know. Do you guys have like,
Well,
little tags or like rabies
Her
tags?
captors took everything from her. When I brought her here, she had nothing. I don't think she's really taken a liking to any one particular thing since she got here. And he kind of looks to his wife, who kind of looks up, whipped cream on her nose, jimmies on her face. And it just says, she does have that bone. And he kind of like scowls at her. Yeah, she has like a finger bone that she like chews on, like a toothpick. Would that work for you?
I don't know. I mean, it depends if I could see. I needed to look at it or to look at something similar to it, I guess. But I mean, it's a start. It's better than nothing.
Feliza comes in with a painting, and she says, here's the painting. There you go.
Is she younger sister, or is that just younger painting, Gellin?
No, that's her. That's what she looks like.
What's her name?
Yeah, I painted this painting. This looks like the same painting that I made. And Feliza says, oh, that's because it is, ma'am.
Is either one of you the runt of the litter?
Are there any more siblings we should know about?
No. There's no other siblings that you need to know about.
She's smaller werewolf than you? Because you're a pretty big werewolf. I just want to know what we're dealing with. In case she decides.
When she assumes her hybrid form, she is quite powerful and quite large.
So, in comparison to you, would you say
She is more adept with her powers than I am. I have stopped embracing that part of my life.
so? Would
And
you say
her name is Anna, in case you were wondering.
is Anna only dangerous about 1 week a month, or is she dangerous a little bit more than that?
Oof. So a true-born werewolf can assume their hybrid and wolf-like states at any time.
Oh, shit.
During the full moon, they are more powerful, but the urge to do more primal and savage things is harder to deal with. But yes, at any time, I could be in the middle of like the street and turn in the middle of the day and turn into a big hulking werewolf. That's what could happen.
Is there anything that keeps you from turning into a werewolf? Any kind of potion or magical ingredient or natural ingredient? You know, like
I mean, there are.
Yeah, we know about the silver stuff. Like, is there anything like extra like that like hurts you?
like if we didn't want her to transform into a killer.
I follow you. Some sort of concoction to suppress those abilities.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Contrary to what myth might have you believe, lycanthropes are not immune to poisons or diseases. They can be affected by those, just like anyone else. That being said, beyond the normal poison that could be used to render a person unconscious or paralyzed, yes, there are potions that could be brewed or acquired that would make it harder to transform or take longer to transform. But to stop the transformation of a true-born werewolf, no. Not that I know of. Now, the issue here is that as a werewolf, she is immune to most things that are not magical. And then Lady Primordial says, like this, and then she stabs her husband right in the eye with her ice cream spoon. There is a horrible squelching sound. There is a spray of white, pink, and red fluid. It goes right at Thogrim. Thogrim, give me a dexterity saving throw.
No.
Oh my god. Oh, holy shit.
I'm gonna use Meringue
I was gonna say, remember
Okay.
your
of
ring.
evasion.
Well, you don't have to
All
use
right.
it until you fail. You can see if you succeed first.
Oh, that's right. That's true. Okay, let me
You
see.
use your reaction to use it.
Okay, yeah, you kind of like duck and it splatters against the back of your chair. He lets out a groan of pain, and there is a horrible sound as he pulls the brass spoon out of his eye, and you watch it start sort of just reforming and regrowing, like a troll almost.
That's pretty fucking cool, guys. That's pretty cool if I have to say so.
Yeah.
Isn't it though? And then she takes the same spoon and keeps eating her second bowl of ice cream.
Okay, man.
Oh my god. Yeah, she's terrifying.
Fargrim is just blown away while eating his
Yeah.
ice cream.
But you are magical, and you have magical abilities and magical weapons.
So what stopped
so-
you from getting your sister?
Well, one, she's tougher than I am. Two,
Okay.
if I tried to go out there and get her, and there's a guy hunting werewolves that hunts werewolves professionally, I don't want to get hunted. Three, I don't want to draw too much attention to myself. Four, I guess this is a repeat, but I don't want to get killed.
Sounds reasonable.
Speaking of this,
so you want to
vigilante,
pay for the contractors? See, okay.
what should
Yeah.
we do? with
Yeah,
this
that's what you
vigilante?
are, right? You're mercenaries. You do stuff for money. That's like, I'm pretty sure that's a relationship we've had for the last several weeks.
Thogrim, do you think you can find her with bone toothpick thing?
I've never seen it. I mean, I'd have to have a really good look at it, in order to try to locate it with the old help of old Gond. I mean, does she frequent? Is there like a veterinary clinic you guys frequent or anything like that? And he's just gonna look
another
around
dog
and see if
joke,
anybody
yeah.
comes.
Prime Water like lowers his eyebrows and he says, "Mr. Fireforge, I regret to inform you that I can no longer pursue our previously arranged contract for canoes because I
Oh,
do
come
not
on.
work. I do not work with racists, sir.
Come on, it's
I'm
a
sorry.
joke.
My nerves are too frayed by the events that have transpired.
I'm gonna offer him
Wound
a
me, sir.
drink of Fireforge Reserve. Have you tried this, though? You have. I know you have. This will help your nerves.
Kellen,
Alright.
are there good ways to find or to lure werewolves out? Like if you were hunting, what would you look for?
I don't hunt anymore. But she has a way of picking her victims. I have not figured it out. Doesn't make any sense. Nothing she does makes any sense to me. I protect her out of a familial obligation, maybe even out of like a species obligation. Because as far as true-blooded werewolves go, there's not a lot of us left, especially not on the Sword Coast.
Is there like a forum or a message board you guys all talk through, or do you know any other?
You guys? I see.
Yeah,
Fargrim's just gonna shake his head at it. What do you mean, you people?
yeah. I mean, like the wolfy kinds,
Yeah, are there like
Skull
blogs
is just
you
like
follow?
has both his
like everyone
hands on his
reads?
head and his elbows on the table.
Oh, come on.
You can't even.
I
believe
will-
what it is right now.
Agree to tell you where she is if I can play with the baby.
Ooh, give it to her.
Oh shit!
Yeah, give her to the baby.
Give her the baby.
This is great. Although I don't know, what do you think, two dads? Is this cool?
Fargrim's gonna
Ah.
like,
Mess it
Tell
up.
us where she is first.
No, I need the baby to tell you. The baby and his poppet.
Buddy.
Yeah, let's go for it. I don't know.
Yeah,
Fargrim's eating his ice
Skull
cream
will sit
fast.
up and just plainly ask why.
Why do I need him, or why am I willing to help now when I wasn't willing to help before?
both those
Go
are
with the
pretty good
first one.
answer.
And then the latter one.
Yeah, both.
Because the baby and the poppet have power, and I want to use their power, not mine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Was
Will
she
there-
eating like how the Duchess was eating?
What do you mean? Like,
Like you know how the Duchess was eating pretty ravenously.
only
Kind of
sweets
looks
apparently.
similar.
Yeah, only sweets. But when it comes to sweets, she does seem to be pretty insatiable. Which, yeah, is kind of similar to the Duchess, I guess. Yeah.
Well, I guess
How
Skull
old
would
is
be
she?
okay with it, but I would like to
You
insight
should
check
be
her.
more nice and polite, especially since the real reason you came here was for information about your friend. And she looks over at Tree. They are not well.
Oh.
Someone here got in the way. And she looks over at Thagrim.
What do you mean? I don't.
Yeah, what is wrong?
One thing at a time. Let's
Oh my god, give the baby.
see the baby.
Fargrim's gonna take a huge swig of Fireforge Reserve and then go back to his ice cream.
Oh yeah,
All right.
Thagrim, can I have a swig of that too, please, before that happens?
The baby begins to stir.
Blindly pass it
Yeah,
around.
so
Do you hand the baby over?
yeah, I'll like
Okay.
pat him comfortably,
Hey.
and then
Skull,
yeah.
what is going on? I'm sleepy. Where are you taking me? I had the most wonderful dream.
What was it?
I fed those kobolds gold until they exploded.
You what?
Could I?
They just ruptured. I just kept putting more coins down their face.
God.
Oh god.
You hear a giggle from Lady Primewater, and she says, "Oh, he's so precious."
He is. I do want to insight check her though. If that's okay.
Sure.
That's about as good as my insights have been.
Yeah. She is nearly impossible to read.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
She seems to be completely insane. This is the most lucid you've seen her in a long time, though. So she reaches out and she takes the baby, and the baby says, "Your hands are cold." And she says, while looking at Gellin, "The better to hold you with." And Gellin just face palms, like, really? Just everybody's jumping on it. It's cool. And the baby says,
You know a lot of stuff. That's what Buddy says.
and he holds up Buddy.
Okay.
And she says, "Oh, yes, I do. But it's not time for that. It's time for this." And she kind of just starts rubbing his head like a crystal ball. And you see his eyes kind of roll up into his head, and they turn sort of a purplish color and start glowing.
Skull gets very tense.
It's okay.
What are you doing?
He's a child of destiny, so he's a power source for divination magic.
I'm gonna look around the table and see who has my flask and kind of like motion for it.
Here.
I'll pass it back, or yeah, Kid next will.
Here.
We both will.
What is so is he gonna be okay?
Your sister is
Better be.
hunting tonight, and she will be striking her prey close to midnight. Sunset Road and Barnacle Row. Yes, I think that's it. Oh, someone is trying to watch.
Oh.
Who? Do you
Don't
know?
worry, they can't. We're safe here. She gives Vutha Jesk a little kiss on the head, and he sort of shudders a bit, and his eyes kind of, blinks both sets of eyelids, and he kind of looks around, and he says, "Your hands are cold.
I'd like to go back to Skull, please.
Oh, is he scared?
And he sort of like slithers out of her arms across the table, back to Skull.
Lady
Hold him
Primewater,
close.
could you tell who was watching or trying to watch, or no?
Oh, this little boy's mother is very upset that he's missing.
Mothers like to see their children.
Barnum's gonna take a big bite of his ice cream and like gulp it down.
I
like,
wish we had children.
Oh,
And she kind
no.
of looks over at Primewater, and he just kind of.
Is that a sore topic? Is that
So now you know, and you still have plenty of time, and you can go and find Anna, and we can put an end to this chapter of the story. And she sort of smiles, but the smile kind of like falters, like it keeps trying to smile and then like kind of screws up over and over again. Like the wiring's not right for a smile at this point.
Ooh.
Honestly, Kellen, it's probably for the best that they just,
I'll put my hand on her shoulder if she'll let me. Can I?
Yeah, she's
I-
she's icy cold, but she does not preternaturally roll initiative and try to kill you or anything. Yeah.
And I'll say, what's wrong? You seem so lost.
Oh, my sweet sibling. Or sibling to be. I am not lost. I am many places at once. That's all. Like you are many places and many things.
Well, speaking of that, actually, what the fuck is going on with me?
Oh. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we didn't get to that. How I interrupted this the whole deal.
Stop transformation.
Please.
Ooh.
Well, when a noble succubus feeds, sometimes, and I find it appalling that a certain someone had no idea he was going to a party that a succubus was hosting. And she looks over at Gellin, and Gellin is at this point, it's just the worst couple days of this man's life. He's just sort of buried his hands in his hair, and his face is behind a curtain of hair. And he's like really glad he grew out that huge mullet because now he can hide behind it. Yeah, and she says, who knows what sorts of things you could have gotten into.
Barkram's gonna walk over and put his hand on Gellin's shoulder, and he's gonna kind of tell him that
if you pet me or scratch me behind the ears, I will kill you or die trying.
I was just gonna say that if you're in the doghouse, you're always you're always welcome with me, lad. And I'm gonna ask to see if he wants to take a sip of the flask.
No, but you know what? I will take you up on that offer. I'll be staying at your house tonight, Thogrum.
All right.
I
Please
hope
don't hurt
that's
my
not a
rats.
problem with it being the third night of the full moon.
No.
Ooh.
You don't like rats, do you? Because there's currently some rats in. I don't know how you guys react with
Look.
rats.
She's focused right now. You should seize this opportunity.
Oh, you're right. Excuse me. So, what did I interrupt?
Oh, hi. You're the one that crushed the skull.
Thorgrim's just gonna kind of like the lights
Oh
are gonna lower,
my god. Okay.
and he's
Never
gonna
mind.
kind of like look around like
What?
and take a huge gulp.
She like
And then-
raises her left hand and then makes like her thumb pop up, and she says, "I'll tell you everything I know, as long as you spare me." Oh, okay. And she takes the same spoon that she gouged out her husband's eye, and she just smashes her finger with it. You hear like the bones kind of crack a little bit.
This is weird.
That's a chipper.
Where do you find Miss Primewater, Gellin?
She found me. she
Is-
found me. We found each other.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a
I don't need relationship advice from someone that was raised by a succubus.
okay, hold on. That's not fair. So,
You got you on that one.
Can we just get back to the main subject on trying to save Therese'
Oh,
life?
she seems to be pretty off track now.
I'll like gently tighten my grip on her arm and say,
All right.
does this, does it have something to do with me? That pirate, that smuggler.
You do see, as you have your grip on her, that her thumb is sort of unfolding from the mash that she made out of it, and is now back to normal.
Okay.
All right. So there are upsides, Three. If you go there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's you. How long have you been here, sweet sibling of mine?
Well, we just popped
You
by
walk
for dinner.
the line between many worlds now.
Is there any way out of it?
Oh, have
And
I ever
which
told
world
you
exactly?
about the noble succubus?
Tell me about her.
You would like them. The succubus are also the incubus. They are a species of demon, neither male nor female. They are whatever they need to be or want to be. And they feed on the souls of mortals. And those they feed upon, those souls become their property. And with that, they are able to broker a great many deals back in the hells they hail from. For you see, beyond the veil of this world are many others, and in those worlds, coin and gem are as nothing compared to the value of souls. But amongst them, there are greater succubi called nobles, much as Gellin and his sister are the alphas of the werewolves. They are purer, stronger, older, just better. It's said that the noble succubi will sometimes spare a soul they meant to take, so moved by love of what they see or experience. It is the closest thing they can feel to compassion. But in doing so, they give a gift of unlife,
Mm.
That is to say, you're becoming a vampire.
God.
Oh God.
Oh,
And
not a
you're
sucker.
also a vampire.
I mean,
Kellen, did you tell her?
ah,
Well, it's just that you called me your almost sibling, and well, I thought that's might have been what you meant. That's all.
She turns
He
back
actually
and
didn't tell
she
me.
grabs your hand and she looks up at you and says, "Oh, near sibling. How long have you been here? Your
Oh, we
grip
did.
is firm."
It's lovely to be with you.
Hmm.
We just stopped by for dinner and to hear a little bit more about how things are going to go for me.
Ah.
How,
Did you come to ask about she who hungers in the deep? And the great obligation you have to the people you
yes,
left behind?
yes.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't know if it's time for that, but I like you, so I will tell you. You are my second favorite after the fallen angel.
oh.
She who hungers in the deep will wake soon, and when she does, she will hunger no more, for she will feed. As the ancestors of the city promised her so long ago. Those who dwell beneath the waves make ready for her arrival. Those who dwell near the waves know no better. Gellin tries to ready, but it is fruitless labor. He insists that everything will be all right, and I believe his lies because they make me happy.
Backing up a little bit. If this
But
one is
this one would know more. He is a knight of she who hungers. And she points a slender finger at Skull.
Hmm. What did you do?
This one collects souls for her.
Oh, it's Surge.
Surge.
Oh yeah. Just backing up a little bit. If this one and he'll point to Tari does not wish
Oh,
to
it's
become.
you! You opened the box.
Yes. If
Are you
we
in
wanted-
love with Ida?
I do like Ida very much. I love her like a grandmother. Sexy
I do
grandmother.
too.
Uh,
She
but
reminds
if-
me of myself when I was my grandmother.
Oh. Okay. But if we want to keep party members from becoming vampires, can we do anything or no?
I mean, I think vampires are net positive. I mean,
Oh, did you know that this one here, they, I'm so sorry. And she looks at you and you see tears kind of welling in her eyes. They are stuck. You see, there was a transformation happening and it was interrupted. Now they will just simply die.
What?
oh,
What? How can we this?
Oh, I suppose you could just have the person who started all this stop it.
Yeah.
Will killing her stop it?
Perhaps. Though killing a demon, I don't know if you really want to. You have to go to hell. Well, whatever hell they're from. But you could send her away.
you know how long people stuck in
You
transition?
know,
Uh-oh.
perhaps there could be an answer. I would have to consult with. And she just sort of like trails off, her eyes kind of fluttering a bit. You should definitely purchase lots of silk this week, my sweet. And Gellin takes out his little notebook and he writes that down.
This vampire and werewolf thing's really on brand, but it's like really creepy too.
What do you mean on brand? Prime Water says.
Like, you know, it's very topical, very like eldritch horror, like bedtime story.
Doesn't Eldritch have to do with like tentacles and stuff though? We don't really go in for tentacles and stuff.
This is like a whole like bedtime story, like incarnate, but it's very nice.
I see. My life is like a story to you.
I mean, come on. You've got demons in the kitchen. Your wife's a vampire.
First of all, those are devils. Second of all, I am not inviting you back into my home if you're going to be peeking through walls and looking through illusions. Those are supposed to be 3 fat little halflings in there.
Fargrim's just gonna shake his head at
I'll do like the sensible chuckle, like a.
Look, they're more trustworthy and they work cheap.
And Miss Primewater, do you know how long Tari will have, or no?
It's you! You opened the
Yes.
box.
Nikolai Constantine, third of his name, opened box, yes.
You tried to fill a hole in our hearts.
Did I?
Not for me.
Well, for that I apologize.
I need time to paint, but I would say that you have time before it's over. Time to say goodbye or time to make amends or deals. How about this? I try to turn in before sunrise. If you return to me before then, I may have answers for you. We can make it interesting. If you bring us Anna alive, I can give you more information. If Anna has to die, well, I won't have as much information.
Well, let's go get her then.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. What do you guys think?
That's fine. Yeah, you go get her.
Yeah.
Do you have any recommendations or like secret weapons that your family's taken and stored in your like under a house in a vault? And it's like,
oh, okay, because I might have a really cool like armory full of like supernatural weapons, like like a crossbow that shoots like 5 silver bolts or something.
Ooh, I want that. I mean, no, I don't want that.
We can go buy that.
I can provide you with some silver manacles and chains. I also have several silvered nets.
Oh, that's probably be pretty good.
Yeah.
I want to nudge Prime Water, but like, can you believe these Daggerford books, man? Jeez. They're assumptions, right?
I was right.
On that note, it is night. It is a full moon. I am going to lay down. I guess.
Is that code for hunting trolls?
No, I'm literally going to go lay down. I have my bedroom enchanted to calm my emotions.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gellin, what
It's
would you have us
cool,
do
but
with a
when we
killer?
make love in there, he's like a dead fish. That's why we usually just do it on this table.
Mm.
Gross.
Interesting.
Or the hall, or the roof, the balcony.
I guess.
Kitchen.
Does it look like he's getting up to go?
Oh yeah, he's definitely getting up to go.
Well, I thank you for inviting us to your den. I mean, home. It's been really great. I really appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Before he goes, I want to ask him about what we should do with the killer, because explain that the Eleander would like us to deliver it to him. Should we just off him and be done with it, or what?
Oof. I don't want to ask you to do something that won't sit right with you morally, but if a certain blood hunter was delivered to this particular individual that you're speaking with in an extremely secretive manner, it would be worth a lot of money.
Wait, delivered to Oleander?
No, to me.
Oh, yeah, got it. Okay.
Do you want him alive?
I would prefer he be removed from the equation. But if you can use some of your incredible wits and charm to just convince him to leave, that would be even better. Because the last thing we need is a blood hunter disappearing in Saltmarsh, because then we might get more blood hunters.
What if you gave us a little piece of paper or something that says we're the official werewolf hunters in town?
Yeah, can you just kick him out?
That would imply that our town has enough werewolves to necessitate such a position.
Well, yeah, I guess that's right.
Right?
Yeah, can you just kick him out?
Again, we haven't been able to find him.
Oh. Alright, well, I guess we should get started.
I mean, maybe you could tell him that we're dispatched to hunt said werewolf, and he's not allowed here.
I feel like empowering you officially would officially tie me to you being involved with the werewolf, which would involve me with the werewolf, which is far away from where I wanted to be in relation to werewolves publicly.
Fair enough. I say
So.
good day.
Again, if the elf dies and you bring me proof of the deed, I can certainly compensate you for your troubles. If you can get the elf to leave, I can compensate you for that. The important thing is that you take care of my sister.
Let's get started.
All right, so he heads out. She heads out. Felisa hands Stogrim his doggy bag. She gives Skull a bag. She says,
Oh, these are some leftover bones for your baby.
Thank you.
all right.
Did she tell us exactly where she was going to be?
Yeah,
Yes, you guys have the actual address of where it's going to be.
Wait, next to my house?
Weren't you Barnacle Way or something?
Well, it's a long road, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's kind of close to your house. Yeah.
Okay.
Skull, I think I want to like take him aside and be like, I think outside of is Evan Fink asleep again?
Yeah, he fell asleep fitfully after his experience with Lady Primewater.
Okay, I don't know if you Skull. I think he's afraid of women.
I don't think so. He's not scared.
No,
of
think
me.
about it. Think of the queen.
He's
Think of his
friendly
mom.
enough with Illyria and Tari. They're friends now.
Okay,
Yes,
they are air quote friends. Yeah, no thanks to you, but
I mean, you don't know anything about that, so.
think he's scared of demons.
I mean, I'm scared of the demons. I mean, we're outside, right? We've already left.
Yeah, I think at this point you guys are heading across
Yeah.
town.
Yeah.
She's creepy, like real creepy. Like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe we go talk to I'm gonna say Surfer Thor, but I would know his real name.
Welgar Brinehander.
Welgar.
Sifata!
Maybe we go talk to old Welgar about this whole vampire business.
Cleric
maybe.
of Valkyr.
Sifata!
All right, is that the intent then? Do you want to go? You want to go to the scene of the soon-to-be murder, or do you want to go to?
I would go to the murder scene.
Yeah.
Well,
let's
go.
do- I would vote for murder.
How
and
much
then
time
revert
do we
in the
have?
morning.
I would assume because dinner started late, you probably got out of there about 9:30.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
so-
get
yeah.
Let's get prepared. I think.
Okay.
Did we?
Yeah.
We got the whole
Manacles and
Manacles
the...
Yep. You have 2 silvered manacles. You have 50 feet of silvered chain, and you have 2 silvered nets.
Okay, so how restrictive would silvered manacles be to a werewolf? Like, I'm assuming if they were just strong enough, they just bust out of them. But like, how does
It would in 5e terms they would have disadvantage to checks to escape from them.
Okay, so it's not like kryptonite where you just like become like useless.
No.
Okay.
Crash.
And
I
then
do
it
not
doesn't do
see
damage,
Cat.
right?
Can you give me cat when you have a
Oh
chance?
yeah, sure.
Thanks.
And the same thing going for like the silver. It's like a fish net just made out of silver.
Well, it's just a net, like the net weapon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. So as you guys head out and across town, it's not very far away actually. You reach Barnacle Row and Sunset Road, which is roughly right about here.
Okay. So you want to have a plan? Who wants to hold the net and the manacles? Or who should?
Probably. I'm gonna point to Skull, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what I'll
Can we
try
have
to
the
do is,
Can we have the
try to hold
cat
person
like
in her?
drop the net?
Oh, I
Like-
don't know. That'd be cool. I mean,
Like,
if he can
if
hold
it
I
it.
think you
floats.
I think you have to make an attack roll with a net, or I mean I guess you could drop it, but
They could drop it, and it would be more like an obstacle and less like an attack. Yeah. I mean, you could try
Someone-
for it. Yeah.
Someone else then probably.
Yeah.
So, if we can catch her in human form, maybe I can hold person, and then we can slap everything on her and call it a day. Maybe.
possibly.
Is
Be
there
on the
any way
lookout
that
for
we-
the elf.
Yeah, I imagine that Sun Elf's gonna be here too.
Yeah. Do we want to kind of like disperse a little bit, or do we want to kind of be, I don't know, close up? I don't know.
Yeah.
So this area is a bunch of, I guess, lower middle class residential type places. Just to give you guys an idea of, who lives here. So these would be people that aren't super duper poor living down in Crabber's Cove, but they aren't, living in a nice big house somewhere.
But I like the idea. If Skull, you're up for it, for doing either the netting or the manacling. I think you and maybe Thogrim or Pharos are the strongest. Or maybe Ebonfang. I don't know.
I mean, my first action is going to be to try to hold person if she's in human form. But I don't know if she's going to come at us in human form or not. If the person will even work on.
Well, the others were there was always a dog around in those other cases that Eleander told us
That's true.
about. Can you detect beasts, Illyria?
I can locate animals.
I gotta swap something in my character sheet real quick.
Yeah, I can polymorph or suggest if we need it.
Polymorph is a good idea.
Polymorph would probably be really legit.
Yeah, I'd probably my move would probably try and grapple her. Try and hold if your whole person knows the word. Try and grapple her, and then put the manacles on her. Might have to knock her
Maybe
out
we
though.
try to talk to her first. I mean,
Yeah.
possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll agree with us if we just tell her that the Sun Elf is trying to kill her and we're trying to get her out of here. And
She can go on her like killing way elsewhere.
Yeah, I don't really want to knock her out just in case the Sun Elf comes. And then it's just an easy target for him, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. That seems like a good idea. Werewolves have to be like within direct like eyesight of, or like from the moon to get like stronger, or
Well,
how?
he said these are pure blood, so they
Pure blood, right?
like the moon
right.
isn't like.
Yeah, it's not like a Superman rays of the sun situation. It's more like, it's more just time of the month, I guess.
Okay.
To give Thagrum more material to work with. So I just picture Thagrum IRL. He has like a little Blue's Clues notebook, and like all week he's like, "Ooh, that's a good one," and he like writes it down.
It's legit. That's legit. I was googling like dog terms and like just different things. I could
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Prime Order tried to keep up, but then he was just like, I can't handle it from the dwarf and from my wife, and it's just I figured it was like at that point the man had probably reached like his limits. So, which shows you, hopefully, how much he wants his sister taken care of, despite the fact that his sister is a crazed lycanthrope serial killer. That he would, essentially kind of just deal with that shit. So, all right. Now, the significance of it being in this residential district, of course, is that it is late at night. These people don't have electricity, and they don't really have a lot of money to literally burn. So most of them have settled in for the night by the time you guys are hanging out. So you will be suspicious if you are wandering about late at night in a group. And if you have light sources, which you won't need because of the full moon, but if you had light sources to have more than dim light, you would definitely kind of stand out as one of those only lights in the darkness kind of thing. Because this section of town, they do not have like lamp lighters running around keeping everything well lit.
Should we, kind of hide? And,
yes, I plan to be hidden.
Yeah. I think I'll put the cat where the cat is, like, watching. Nikolai is going to turn invisible behind this cart, I think.
Okay. Invisibility lasts for an hour, right? So you're going to make sure that you time it so that you have it before midnight, assuming this Prime Order woman actually can predict things and isn't just completely insane.
He's going to go for 11:21.
Oh, okay. I'd like to complete would I have time to complete a short rest before we got here, or is that too soon?
Probably when you got here, you could immediately kind of hunker down like crisscross applesauce and start a little meditating.
Okay. My the way my spell slots are set up, guys.
Can you please hop into secret chat?
Okay.
Okay.
What?
Never get to go in a secret chat.
Oh, I think you will. As soon as the buddy
Chipper
situation
killer.
resolves, or like we run into his ghost.
I'll say anything you want.
As long as you don't kill me. And look at there's me, Chipper there. I remember how I said it exactly. And look, this is a drawing of me, and look how happy I am because you didn't kill me.
Bringing up old stuff. I mean, guaranteed it only happened a couple weeks ago.
I don't really want to ask Tari, but do you want to be bait?
Why Tari?
I don't know.
Isn't it coming for something else?
We don't know who it's coming for. She just told me it's gonna be here. I guess we could all hide. I guess the premonition was that she's gonna do something here. So maybe she already has a target. I was saying if she didn't have a target.
Yeah.
And then you could be a werewolf, vampire, Selkie.
Oh my god. I mean, that'd be kind of cool.
Definitely not cool. I'm sorry. I'm joking. But I'm glad I gave you that crossbow. Now you can hurt it.
Should I go on a roof or something?
Yeah, I think so. I imagine this.
I like it.
Watch out for the other
Do you think
Batman on
it's
the
gonna
roof.
happen in here? Yeah, that's what I wanted to keep an eye on that more than the sister, just because.
Do we have like passwords how to trace or anything?
That's not anymore.
Uh-uh.
What do you have? You have healing spirit and hunter's mark and what else?
Well, I only get one level 2 spell.
Right.
So it's healing spirit, and then I get 2 freebies, which are be sense and locate animals or plants.
Okay, well we probably locate animals once we get about to time and figure out where she's coming from.
Do you think she'll count as an animal?
I mean, it's worth trying. I mean, what else we're gonna use it for?
True.
Well, because it's a second level spell.
Oh, but you said you get a free one, don't you?
No. So I get them for free added onto my list. Like they don't count against.
What? I thought you get like a couple.
The spells that I can take, but then I still have to use a spell slot
Alright,
to
never
cast
mind
them.
Then. Never mind.
Yeah.
I might try to use locate object and see. Did the dead body, tell us what the dude stabbed him with?
The flaming sword.
Yeah,
Was it like a
silver
short sword or
flaming
something like
sword? I'm imagining it's
I
a
might
short
have
sword
said it
because a short sword is the only piercing finesse weapon. So he said they were stabbed. So either it was a dagger or a short sword. Because a scimitar, long sword, or slashing.
Yeah. Try to use locate object to see if we could possibly tell like if the dude is within 1,000 feet.
Yeah, but don't you need to like know about that?
Does
It could be
that
anything.
order have like a sigil or something that they
would've-
carry?
The only thing is I would have had to have seen it.
Yeah.
And the only thing I can think of is his sword. Like I've seen a sword before, so like, but the only thing I'm worried about is like, oh, there's 100 short swords and 1,000 feet. You know.
Yeah. But this one's moving and it's coming closer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it works like a radar like that, but
I mean, it does.
does it?
It's
Oh, it lasts like how long?
yeah, 10 minutes. It just says the spell can locate as long as the object is within 1,000 feet. If the object is in motion, you know the direction of its movement. The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you have seen it up close at least once, within 30 feet at least once. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind.
The nearest object. I have 2 short swords on me,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, that would kind of fuck up. So that's all
I have some nets. I have this. Yeah, I guess I'll take.
I feel like he's just gonna dimension door in.
Yeah. So this is my plan. Once he shows up, I'm probably gonna teleport at him and put a bag on his head, so he can't teleport around because he has to see where he's going to teleport. Unless he has dimension door. But
And we want him to ultimately leave, right? We want to talk to him if we can. Is that
Yeah,
right?
but the thing is, like,
I
There's
mean, we
there's,
can
like,
take
no
both
way
of
to
them
just-
back to Prime Water. Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
we don't want them to know that Prime Water is connected.
Yeah, because then
Well,
we
he
probably
wouldn't-
have to kill him.
Didn't Prime Water want the guy? Yeah, didn't Prime Water want the guy? though?
The lady did.
That's what.
Oh no,
That's what he first said, and then I
thought he
thought.
said
And then
you wanted to
I
ask
thought
him
that
to
he's
leave.
like, well, yeah, if we could just get him to leave.
Yeah,
We'll
okay.
hurt
so,
him really bad
okay, so basically,
and tell him
so
to
this
leave.
is this is how we'll play it. If you guys want to, if we see him first, we should engage him in conversation. Tell him that it's not his problem anymore. Tell him to leave.
Do we think? Let's see. We're late at night. Are there any boats that are going to leave early in the morning? Because I could cast suggestion on him and be like, "You should get on this boat that's going to Waterdeep."
Yeah,
and
then you just come
we
back.
wouldn't see him for a while. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, he could come back.
You just come back.
Yeah.
Right, and he might
And
press
then
the
he'll
save.
know,
Also, he's an
right?
elf,
He'll
so he
know.
has advantage on that charm crap.
Mhm.
It's not charm though.
It isn't?
Yes. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, I just remember they have advantage on charm shit, and they can't be put to sleep magically.
I mean, we can hold person
But-
and then threaten him. I mean, honestly, like,
I guess, I
Yeah.
don't know how well we could threaten him, maybe?
tell him that we've got it taken care of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. I just want to say, like, it's not
All
his
right.
problem.
So anyone that needs the benefits of a short rest, you may gain that short rest. Et cetera, et cetera.
Can I climb up on a roof very quietly?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you're high enough in level at this point. You know what you're doing.
Alright.
Crash. I think
Mhm.
Liz got taken by some kids that are having a hard time going to bed.
Okay, fair enough.
I think I have authority to run her for a little bit, if you don't mind.
Okay,
But
let me.
I'm
give you
still
access.
here.
Oh, you are? Okay. Sorry, it's since you in the computer. Do you want me to
Alright.
move you, Liz, or no?
Sure.
Okay.
I want Spencer to just stay near Tari.
Okay.
Yeah, Tree's a bard. I feel like we shouldn't have bards like out in like the open. But like
Sorry,
ready
what
to
was the
support-
witness?
I just want Spencer to stay near you
Okay,
to
awesome.
kind of protect you.
Yeah, maybe we'll have Tree kind of go over here. Like, can support the party, but isn't like going to be in the middle.
What about like right over here? That seems.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll put Spencer in front of her, so.
Are any of these barrels, are any of them empty?
Yeah, I mean that would make
Oh, God.
sense. Yeah, for there to be an empty barrel on here.
Can I get inside one of them?
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought you wanted
totally.
to take it home with you.
That's
Those
not
are a
how
little.
that
I'm not trying to hurt no feelings, but those are a little small for you. But there are some larger barrels over here. But yeah, you could totally climb inside a barrel.
If I can fit in any barrels, I'm gonna look around at all the barrels and see if there's any that I can fit inside.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, you would find an empty barrel you could fit in.
If not,
All
I'll
right, so someone's in a
fabricate
barrel.
one.
Illyria's up on the roof. Spencer's hanging out with Tari. Tari is hiding behind some boxes. Constantine, are you going to be invisible, or are you going to be hiding under the cart, or in the cart, or are you doing both?
He's going to do invisible, kind of crouching down next to the cart. Yeah, starting at 11:21.
Okay, fair enough.
And he's a wizard, so maybe he can tell time. Who knows?
Pharos, what are you doing?
Skull, can I hold on with the Jess for a bit?
After recent things that happened, no.
What did I do? What did I do? What did I do?
You guys are such a cute couple. I think it's adorable.
You know what you did, fool. Don't
What
make
is-
me smash your head like in that story.
And he shows you the brass spoon that he stole from the Prime Water's house.
What story?
I'll stab your eye out.
And he lunges forward to stab your eye out.
Gosh!
Let me see. This would be an improvised attack. We'll say it's a finesse weapon, I guess. We'll just use his strength. Does a 16 hit?
Shit.
Not anymore.
All right.
Ew.
All right, you turn at the last second, and the pauldron from your armor deflects, ding, the brass spoon that was aimed at your yellow eyeball. He shrieks in outrage.
Hold still! I'm punishing you!
Alright.
Keep it up and you'll get the spoon in both eyes.
Are you okay, Evan Fang?
Yeah,
It's
I'm fine.
It's a lot of character.
It's out of character to punish my insubordinates?
A little bit. It's, you okay, dude? It's been a little angry the past couple days.
I just realized that I need to up my game. That's all.
Maybe he's teething.
I thought that I was scary enough, but that woman has shown me that there's greater things to fear.
Mm-hmm.
I must become more fearsome. This spoon is the way.
Yes, but
She was so frightening that she just stabbed her mate. Right in the fucking eye. Excuse my language. Oh.
Yeah, Skull gives him like a language.
Yeah, he looks over his shoulder at you like, oh shit, said a bad word. But he clutches the spoon in one hand, and Buddy in the other.
don't worry. We'll get you a proper weapon soon enough. That's not a spoon.
I
But
am the weapon. This is a symbol of fear.
So, if you promise not to hurt any more innocent creatures.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Not a
Skull, take me away from this creature. It makes noises that I do not like.
Why am I the bad guy? I'm always the bad guy. I didn't even want to be the bad guy.
It's always one parent, man.
Why am I the bad?
So, my two dads and son, what is your position at this stakeout?
I'll maybe behind these barrels.
Okay.
Or like I'll be, since I fight things, I'll be near a skull or whatever, wherever he chooses to be.
All right. Because you have time to set up an ambush, I will say that you would have advantage to stealth checks. You don't roll the stealth checks until the last minute when it's too late to change things. But you guys will do a group stealth check essentially, and as long as you, pull it off, then everything's fine.
Okay, yeah, I'd probably be behind the barrels, and then I'd let Evan Fang have the ice cream that we took.
The bag of bones?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. All right. If that is the case, everyone is in position. Even Fang is over with his two dads, hunkering down. He keeps giving Ferris the side eye, clutching his spoon, occasionally brandishing it at you. At one point, he does tap his own bulbous eyeball with it, and then shows you the spoon, as if to say, I know where this goes. I learned something tonight.
Excellent.
Oh gosh.
I love it.
So,
why me?
it's not a human baby, guys.
I know.
don't know. Okay. All right.
His evilness has
Banish you for
I
the whole.
do tell Evan Fang to kind of lay low if something happens to get away.
We're hunting.
Yeah, we are.
All right. So
this is
the midnight hour doth approach, and you see or hear two people kind of walking down the street. There is, of course, dynamic lighting on this map, but it would be hard to go on the roofs and all the other kind of stuff. So just, of course, think three-dimensionally when you're using this map that, there are buildings and blah, 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 blah. But you hear, coming around the corner, a man and a woman. The man sounds very familiar to you guys, like a person who's always smiling when they're talking. The woman sounds very lovely and a bit better spoken, more well spoken than the sort of ladies that normally hang out at Krebs' establishment. They are whispering to each other, the occasional laugh and giggle as they kind of slowly are just making their way through the streets. Both of them do seem to be somewhat intoxicated. All right. They stop and they kiss under the moonlight. And as the woman kind of pulls away for a second, she says, well, this is me just at the end of the lane here. I had an amazing night. I'm glad I took a risk on you. And Kreb just kind of smiles at her, his pearly whites glistening in the moonlight, and he says, I'm glad you did too. This has been one nice thing in a ocean of not so nice things. You're like a desert island of nice. And she blushes because, man, if that isn't the lamest eloquence ever uttered. And the two of them kind of laugh and continue on their way, sort of heading towards the kill zone. And hold on, I have to restart my Roll20 because the whole world's playing D&D on Roll20 now. Yeah, I probably should have mentioned at the beginning of the session. If you encounter any wonkiness, you're just going to want to probably refresh your browser, or I think some people have had to log out and try to log back in. Some people have had logins as long as like 15 minutes to get on, so yeah. I mean, good for Roll20, mint that money, I guess. Give everybody a chance to play D&D, but they, of course, had no way of knowing that they would need like 3 times the amount of servers that they currently have. All right.
Crash,
Yeah.
does this woman look at all like the woman in the painting, or no?
No. This woman, I can actually enlarge her token real quick. If my Roll20 would just calm itself down for a second. She is a dark-haired woman. Large brown eyes. Maybe Eluskin in origin. Hard to say for sure.
Okay.
All right. They do not seem to be paying any attention to you guys as they make their way towards the kill zone. As they do, an adorable puppers comes into view.
Oh, that's cute.
The woman lets out a little squeal of delight. And Kreb, his eyes on her, is just smiling as the dog approaches. Anybody?
Don't let it bite. Come on.
Yeah. The cat starts meowing ferociously, like while flying above Kreb.
Oh, okay.
Like panic meowing. I don't know.
Yeah, Kreb kind of turns and looks around. Huh? All right. As he does, the doggo rolls some initiative. All right, everybody, roll me some initiative real quick.
Click.
Okay.
Gotta reopen these things real quick because I had to reboot. All right, let's see. All right. Let's see if everybody's rolled in. Oh, let me roll your baby in real quick. There we go. There we go. All right. Appropriate. Ketiaru, you're up first.
Yeah. Honestly, the cat's gonna dive right at the dog's snout and is gonna try try and bite it.
Okay. So like assist action to the next person that attacks it kind of deal, like as per familiars kind of deal.
Actually,
like distracting.
I don't think it doesn't
only Chainlock Warlock
that's right.
familiars can actually attack. Yeah.
Yep. So he'll do that then. Thanks.
Okay. Fair enough. So the next attack against this thing has advantage, and of course it is very distracted by you. Illyria, up on the roof. Go ahead and give me a stealth check real quick.
Okay. It's with advantage, right?
With advantage, yep, because you had plenty of time to set up. Okay, yeah, 23. 23. Psh, alpha werewolf don't know you there. That's fine. Alright.
Alright, seeing Crab, I'm gonna get a little nervous because I don't want him to get bitten.
Right.
So I will just take a shot at it with that elven accuracy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's definitely a hit. You hear a yelp of pain come from the dog.
And I'll take another shot too.
Okay. This one just be a regular shot at this point.
Yep.
Did you Hunter's Mark it?
No.
Oh, no worries.
But yeah. I don't really see her as getting away though. Hopefully. I just want to scare her. Yeah.
Alright, yeah, 29 definitely hits. Takes another 10 points of damage.
And I want to yell at Kreb, "Get away from that dog now!"
Kreb kind of looks around drunkenly, just a big confused smile on his face. Like, is someone shooting the dogs? Like, oh! Payne, is that you?
Hello.
Why are you on the roof?
Oh my
Why are you
goodness,
shooting
get
this
away from the
dog?
dog? It's not a dog.
Oh, is it a druid? Oh, man, we had a druid a few years back. He was always going around trying to catch people getting it on, like a peeping Tom, but like a dog. Oh, you're sick, man. He turns and like starts admonishing the dog. All right. Anything else from Illyria?
No, that's it.
All right, Skull, you're up. Give me a stealth check.
Okay.
With advantage.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Even
As you try to get free, you just like Kool-Aid man out of the pile of boxes. They just go everywhere. And on your shoulder, screaming as loud as you can,
Yes! Yes, my champion! Destroy!
I would have set him down.
okay.
He's not...
It changes nothing. He screams
Okay,
out, "Go, my champion!" etc., etc.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run up there and I want to use both my attacks to shove Crab and the woman away from the dog. I can do that.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
You got to beat their incredible athletics. They will have disadvantage because they're both drunk.
Wow.
Oh shit! As you go to grab Kreb, he's just like
Is that
I don't know, Krav Maga or whatever it's called. And he just starts kind of like pop, 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 like deflecting all your attempts to grapple him. He's like, Skull, what are you doing? What is this? Why are you trying to grab me? Why is Payne shooting a dog?
Stop it. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop grabbing.
Do you use the second athletics check for the woman or for Kreb?
The woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you grab her easily.
Yeah.
Kind of push her behind you.
Yeah.
All right.
Bonus action.
Now that you're up on it, you get the feeling that the dog is definitely going to run away. There's too many people, too much exposure. It's made a mistake.
Okay, how much movement?
I tell you this because you guys are getting high enough in level. You've been in enough fights. You know, this kind of stuff is starting to become more like second nature for you guys.
Okay, then I'll use the rest of movement to 5e shuffle behind it.
All right.
I guess.
Spencer, you're up.
Okay, Spencer will. And he will dash and get here. And that's all he can do. But kind of. Well, actually, you know what? Let's put him on this side.
Okay.
Block the way.
Fair enough. All right, so a move and a dash. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
This woman, she looks to Kreb, and Kreb, despite being drunk, I mean, he's kind of drunk all the time, he wouldn't have gotten as far as he has if he was a fucking idiot. So when Beastmaster Ranger says, get away from the dog, like, he listens. So he just says, go, get out of here, go. Down the road, keep running till you find the guards. Go. And she heads out. Or, yeah, okay. A little drunk, but sure. Alright, so she's running down the street, getting out of here. Thogrum, give me a stealth check for Operation Barrel.
Let's see, with disadvantage. That's sexy. Just gonna
advantage and disadvantage. So you actually had an 18. So you would you kind of get up out of your barrel, and you're good to go.
So
I was gonna say you sneak up in with the barrel still on. So good.
I mean, if you want to just keep wearing the barrel, you totally can. I mean, you're a forge cleric, so you could have made like a barrel disguise kit.
Just
like,
fabricate a barrel large enough to wear.
Yeah. Well, honestly, that's like the #1 use of the minor illusion cantrip is just to put a barrel around yourself.
Just like Solid Snake my way around.
Mm-hmm.
But, like that mini game on Mario Party. The barrel.
Let's see. And then I'm going to so I have an idea.
Okay. Ideas are good.
Hold on 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna take all these barrels right here that I can see. I'm gonna cast Fabricate, and if there's enough wood, I want to fabricate a wall.
Oh, that's
behind
hype as
barrels.
fuck. Okay, hold on. That's
to
the stuff.
basically
That's the
cut the
stuff
dog.
I'm living for, man. Thank you.
Yeah, but not behind
Uh,
Pharaoh's, behind.
Oh yeah, I got to place it. Hold on. Where? Behind Skull, right? Like across the road like this?
Yeah, it says so. I can
10.
or 8 connected 5-foot cubes. I can fabricate a large or small object contained within 10-foot cube or 8 connected 5-foot cubes.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, you can definitely span the road. There you go.
Yeah, so I want to span the road and kind of, if I can, hook it around, as much of it around that way.
Oh, okay.
To
How
kind of
high
make
can it be?
It doesn't say. It just says you can fabricate a larger, smaller object or cube.
Oh, so they're using cubes, so they're going Minecraft with this shit. Okay, so
Raw material. So
yeah, so they'll basically be 5 feet high. So you're making like a 5-foot fence. Not so great for just like penning in like a big creature. Maybe it'll deter the dog.
Oh, you know what? I can't do it. Never mind. It's 10 minutes to cast. I can't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, Nestle's telling me.
Oh.
10 minutes to cast.
It was really cool idea.
Oh yeah, it does say
It
it
was
right
still
there. Yeah,
That
it
was
was so
terrifying.
cool though.
Such a good idea, though.
Do you have any wall spells memorized? I know clerics get a bunch of wall spells.
I don't. I
Okay.
don't have Wall of Fire on. I don't have it as one of my.
All right. So
I have the
what are you
but I don't have it open.
gonna do instead?
Well. Fuck. I'm just gonna dash.
Okay.
And
Just get up on it.
5, 10, 15, 20, and I'm gonna get on the other side of it. And then bonus action, Shield of Faith Skull.
All right. Fair enough. All right. So let's see. Kreb is going to move here, and he is going to he's going to give an assist action. So whoever tries to do something to this thing will have advantage. All right. That brings us to Nikolai.
I think he's gonna try and change it into a slug.
Oh, that would solve a lot of problems right there.
And then say if it turns into slug Thogrum, put it into barrel. And yeah, wisdom saving throw DC 15.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
Although I still just think it's actually a dog, and you're like playing with us, Crash.
Oh, that would be messed up. I would never do that to you. What are you talking about? All right, here we go.
Just shot a dog.
Well, yeah, if you shot an actual dog, it would have exploded, so...
Oh.
That much damage you did to it.
Jeez.
23. That was rolled a 19.
All right, that's no dog.
Yeah.
So he's no longer invisible, and he'll run up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And that'll be his turn.
Okay. All right. Let's see. All right, on the creature's turn. Let's see. The creature is going to go ahead and kind of rear up on its hind legs, and there is a horrible grinding and crunching sound of bones rearranging themselves, the rending of muscle, the tearing of fur, and this dog turns into a very big, like a Jeremy Crawford medium werewolf.
Oof.
All right. Man, surrounded on all sides. It is going to use a bonus action Let's see. I'll use this bonus action to transform. Okay. It is going to recklessly attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just roll randomly. There we go. Spencer. Okay. Weird pick. All right, so here we go. Let's see. So Spencer 13.
No.
Oh, sorry, 22 because reckless. My bad.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so 10, and then it is going to attack. Kreb. All right. Kreb takes the hit and has to make a saving throw. I'll do this.
Spencer have to do that too?
He does not. All right. So she just kind of shanks Shanker in the stomach for 12, and he kind of doubles over a bit. You see blood kind of spurt from his mouth, staining his beautiful white teeth a bit. And the creature is surrounded. It does not want to provoke a bunch of attacks, so it will stand its ground. Pharos, you're up.
Okay. Alright, that's all I've been thinking. It's like, stay here, okay? And then...
I don't take orders from you. You take orders from me.
Sure.
Now go forth and destroy.
I'll, move up.
Or you'll get the spoon.
Oh, no. Spoon. Sure. And, I'll move over and attack it a couple times.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. And hits.
Man, only my saves were this good. Man.
Oh, man. Yeah, you tearing it up.
And, yeah, like, I'll slash it a couple times with, like, the scythe, and hit it in the back, and then I'll be done.
Alright. With the damage Illyria has already dropped on it, it is bloodied already. That brings us to Tari.
I assume that I can see it? Or do I need to...
Yeah, from where you're at. Yeah, there's no actual buildings in the way. There's, you know, if you stand up, you can kind of look over the pile of barrels to see it, or kind of peer between here. Yeah.
I will shout, "Your brother wants to help!" And then I will command the werewolf to surrender.
Oh, okay. Wisdom saving throw. Here we go. A 15? I don't think
a tie goes to the runner.
Okay. Dang. Alright. It lets out a sort of a howl of defiance at your words. Anything else for Tari?
No.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna, well, I'm good.
Alright. Futha Jess.
Actually, I will. I'll give everybody, sorry to go back and forth.
Sure.
I'll give everybody, let's see. I'll do, I guess, Kreb, because he's right there, and then
Alright.
Spencer, and shout out if you want it to get away, or get there. Kreb, Spencer, and I'll do Pharos.
I'll take the temp HP. I want to sit next to it.
Skull.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, Kreb will definitely move away with his
Illyria, I
reaction.
assume you want to stay like where you are.
And this is 8 temp HP now, yeah?
Yeah.
How many people?
4.
Spencer, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Anything else from Tari?
Nope.
Okay. Futha Jesk, I will roll to see if he jumps in or not. He restrains himself.
Wow.
Yeah. got a nat 20 on his wisdom saving throw. All right. From the rooftop. Dun dun dun. You see a dark-skinned, golden-eyed elf. Its entire being sort of has an otherworldly presence about it. As it kind of walks along the rooftops, perfectly balanced in that elf way. It like nods over to you, Illyria, on the other rooftop, even though you're like 3 ranks below it on the social class system. But
Wow.
you know, I mean, I'm just saying. You know,
Hunter's like that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, elf be elf. I don't know. All right. As it rolls up onto the scene, I need everybody within 60 feet of him to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Barely.
Did you say everyone? Or just people
Damn,
standing around?
that werewolf is just rocking them. Anyone that's within 60 feet. So if you are within 12 squares.
I will use one of my luck points to try to re-roll that.
No, I think you're out.
You didn't have to roll. Yeah, you're out of the. You're
good.
70. Yep.
Well, I would have moved to get within 60. Oh, of him. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
But
I
he's a
assume that
werewolf.
you cast on your buddies and then backed up. That's why.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Because you could do that in 5e. So Kreb's got to make his save real quick. Let's see. Let me turn off your tag because I don't want to give away what you are, Kreb. Don't want to put your business out there, little buddy.
He's got the plot frame.
Oh, Kreb fails. Anybody that did not get a 16 or higher, you are frightened of this elf. It is not the fear of like a dragon. It's like Lord of the Rings when he asked, like the chick asked for the ring, and then Frodo's like, "Yeah, take it," and then she's like, "Wah!" And she gets all scary. It's like that kind of fear. Like it's just so otherworldly. Yeah.
So we
I don't
can't
know.
make a willful movement towards him.
Correct. Yep. While he's in sight, you have disadvantage on attack rolls, and you can't get closer to him.
Okay.
All right. And that's just a free action as part of being an NPC at Ladrin. All right. He calls down to you and says, in common, yeah, he speaks that. Well done, adventurers. I can take it from here. If you would like compensation for your efforts, I can contact my guild and have a reward sent. It may take several weeks.
Okay.
And then, I don't know. 19 intimidate? Anybody? Anybody feeling it? I mean, those of you that are already frightened, I guess you'd probably already be feeling it. Looking around, he's confused why you don't immediately acquiesce to his request, sort of thing. And he's like, I don't understand. I'm offering you compensation for your efforts, and you can call it a night. There's no reason to stay.
I pretend
Who are
to
you?
ignore him because I'm fighting a werewolf.
Who's
Yeah.
this guy?
Yeah, this is ours. Go away.
We've got it handled.
Yeah, leave.
We don't need you.
I
Dibs,
cannot.
mate.
I
Dibs.
cannot turn away from my obligations. And he draws a longbow. As he knocks an arrow, the arrow bursts into flames, and he fires it.
Holy shit.
Fuck.
Ooh, who does he fire that at?
The werewolf.
Okay.
Max damage. Look at that.
Yeah.
The werewolf essentially falls over and dies? Question mark. Since this is important plot-wise, this will go to death saves. You watch as 2 flaming silver arrows, beautiful silvery particle effects, mixed with the flames as they, fire down from the rooftop. And 1, 2, there are two yelps and then a low whine, and the werewolf falls over, dying. And he says, "See, it was simple. I can't believe it's taken this long." Katyaru, you're up.
I assume that a familiar cat can't administer like CPR.
They can give assistance to someone that is, and I believe they can even administer a potion. Let me check. That's a good question. Can a familiar?
I was just googling the same thing. I haven't figured it out yet, but that sounds about right.
Yeah, I know. I've allowed familiars to administer potions before. Yeah, I mean, sure, if you want to do it, that's fine. I don't know. I don't know how in a cat form though. If you're like a monkey familiar or something with like
it'd be tough.
opposable thumbs, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think you'd have to just settle for, just assisting somebody else.
I think, man. Yeah, the cat will start preparing to administer or to help with administering CPR.
Okay.
Whoever does that next.
Sure. I know an owl that's extremely good at this particular thing, so...
Actually, sorry, screw that. 5, 10, 15. The cat's gonna go up to this elf and, start, flying towards its face. And if anyone wants to attack the elf...
oh, dang.
Yeah.
Alright. The elf calls down to you. Whoever's Tressum this is, it seems very confused.
Yep.
Alright. Illyria, you're up.
Okay. I will hunter's mark the elf.
Oh, damn. Okay.
And say to him, I said we didn't need your help. And take 2 shots at him.
Oh, shit.
First one with the
Call him a filthy highborn, too.
It is at advantage. 28 definitely hits. There's no way that he can dramatically parry that shit out of the air. So he's going to take 11 points of damage.
And then a second shot at him. 16 hit.
A 16 does not hit. In fact, an aura of flame incinerates the arrow. Alright, he looks over at you, and the look on his face is absolute disgust. And you hear him say, in Sylvan? Do you speak Sylvan?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait. Sorry, real quick, Crash, and I didn't mean to...
Yeah.
Did he cast a spell?
No. He's just he's just
really
sneering,
cool.
and then yeah,
Okay.
he's just sneering at her, and then he says in Sylvan, "What did I expect from forest trash like you?"
Oh my god.
All right, Skull, you're up. Unless Illyria, you got anything else for us?
No, I'm just
right.
reloading my crossbow.
Maintaining your sniper's perch. Got it. All right, Skull.
Alright, question. How does teleportation work? Like, if I wanted to Misty Step next to him, I couldn't do that because I can't get close? I can't move?
There's no one bothered in 5th edition D&D to invent the Pythagorean theorem, so you just count out the spaces and you teleport to them, regardless of the height.
Because of the fear.
Oh!
I did fail to save, so...
Teleporting is not moving. So you could cheese the rules in that regard. But I would say intent-wise, if you're getting closer to him, so I would say you wouldn't be able to if you were feared by him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I would like to use the manacles.
You have a teleport?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
You're gonna use the manacles on the werewolf?
Yeah, I'd try and get her.
Okay.
Oh wait, that was.
Uh,
Should I stabilize her first? I got a healer's kit, but no, I'm gonna. Maybe someone else can do that. I'm gonna get her dressed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Manic Light.
Illyria, I see that you went prone. Smart. All right. So Skull, you're gonna start trussing her up as she
Yeah.
bleeds to death on the cobblestones. Got it. All right. It would definitely be your action to apply the, pull the manacles out and then apply the manacles. So.
Okay. Let's see.
All right. You gonna do hands behind the back, or are you gonna do legs?
Legs.
Hands behind the back would take away her claw attacks. Legs would reduce her speed by half.
Claws then. Yeah.
All right, claws behind the back. Got it. Spencer, you're up.
Can Spencer?
I'm sorry, Crash. Real quick, can I action surge and grapple her?
Yeah,
Pick her
that's
up,
fine.
And I'll move.
I mean,
her.
you don't have to. You don't really have to grapple. Well, yeah, because she's not dead yet. So yeah, you'd have to grapple her, but you'd automatically succeed. So yeah, you could do that.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm gonna action surge. I'm gonna do the healer's kit thing actually.
Okay.
That sounds like a smart idea. I'm gonna do that.
All right. Yeah, so as you're pulling out the manacles,
Yeah, all
your
part of the
box
same
of
thing.
magic band-aids falls out of your pouch, and you're like, oh yeah, maybe I should put a magic band-aid on her.
Okay.
All right, so you
Then that's my
stabilize her.
turn. Good.
All right. Spencer, you're up.
Oh, jeez. I don't know what to do with Spencer. Can Spencer take like a...
This guy right here, if it helps, is about 40 feet up, I'd say.
Yeah.
Two-story house, and he's at the top of the roof. Yeah, so...
Can Spencer drag her away?
Yeah, sure. He would move half his speed.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. That's
Just
5. 10.
Sure.
15. 20.
All right. As soon as the band-aid is in place, her body begins to move, and Spencer begins to drag her away by the silvered manacles, by the tail. I don't know. All right. That brings us to Thagrum.
I'm gonna cast Hold Person
Oh.
on Homeboy.
All right. I have to keep clarifying NPC Eladrin because you can actually play as Eladrin, and they are not nearly as badass as the NPC ones. So NPC Eladrin do have magic resistance, so we'll try to resist this. This is a Wisdom save.
Hold on.
For Hold Person.
What higher level does?
I think it's more targets.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and cast it second level at him.
All right, here we go. 14.
My spell save is 14.
All right, then they do make it.
Yeah. And then I kind of want to tell him that we have this under control. There's no need to. We need the werewolf alive for our friend.
All right. When you say this to him, his face contorts in absolute disgust. All right. Anything else with Thagrum?
Let's see if I can bonus action anything. No. I need the werewolf alive for our friend, not
Right.
the werewolf is our friend. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I got you. I think it was just the werewolf alive part that he couldn't get behind.
Okay.
As a
Can't
Lycan,
comprehend
as a
those.
Lycan hunter, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
when your entire existence is defined by killing a certain thing, it's kind of hard to get behind not killing a certain thing. So,
okay. Then I don't really have a bonus action I can use, so I'm gonna move away from him, but in front of the werewolf.
All right. So
while I kind of like hold my hands up. And...
yeah. Okay. Like in a hey, we're done here kind of thing.
Yeah.
Shanker is trying real hard to sober up, and he saw the dog that wasn't a druid turn into a werewolf, and then get beaten up and then shot, but then get a magic band-aid put on it, and then get dragged off by a whale dinosaur. So he is going to go sit over here. Item interaction, he's going to take out his tobacco pouch, and action, he is going to roll himself a cigarette. So that is what he's doing with his turn. Nikolai, you're up.
I think he'll look at this Eladrin, and he'll say...
real quick. Just so you know, like, historically, and obviously your character's your own business, but historically, the thing that hobgoblins hate as a people more than anything in the whole of the multiverse is elves. Well, I'm just giving you additional backstory, lore on hobgoblins in general, is that they despise elves. Eladrin are essentially the pinnacle of elf. It is as elf as you could get. Like, you turned elf all the way to 11.
Okay. I think I maybe had something. I like that, Crash. I think I have something that might. You will take all clothes off and pet kitty cat for 8 hours. And he's going to try and cast suggestion on this guy.
Oh, okay.
I want to just put him on top of the roof and pet a cat until the sun rises. Actually,
that is demoralizing. All right, let's see what RNGesus has to say. Ooh.
Oh, no. RNG's not approved. Man, one day. All right. Yeah, Nikolai will chill where he is then.
That was a good suggestion, though. That was a really good suggestion. All right, fair enough. That brings us to Wolf, which is stabilized. Pharos, you're up.
Huh. It's like, I'll be like, who is this guy? And then I will... This is somebody's friend I didn't hear about, but it's like, I'll attempt to cast banishment on them. It's like, hey man, time out.
Okay. Man, a lot of spells flying around. Here we go. What's your DC?
DC Charisma.
Should be on the
second.
Top of the second page of your character sheet.
Oh, 14. I'm sorry, I was blind.
All right. He disappears.
Nice. There we go.
Nice.
We got him finally.
Tari, you want to get to that spot? He's gonna pop back in like a minute, and then you can I don't know, tackle him maybe.
Well, right at this point, you guys have a minute to mobilize and do what you're gonna do, rather than keep you in initiative for 10 rounds. We'll finish up this round, and then you guys will have essentially 54 seconds to very quickly tell me what you decide to do.
All right, Skull, get behind where he was, and then grapple him when he pops back in. Tackle him.
All right. With it being gone, you guys should be getting. You guys should be able to do repeat saving throws at the end of each of your turns. So if you haven't been doing that, if you were afeared, you can do that. The DC is still a 16, even with them not being present. So the lingering fear kind of sticks around.
Oh, so he can't move to where he was?
Well, no, you can move to where he was. I'm just saying the fear effect will still be there. But I think, you know what? It's gonna last. It only lasts for a minute, and he's gone for a minute, so don't worry about fear anymore. So
all right, sweet.
That's,
I'll just
that's one thing that we don't need to worry about.
Teleports behind you. Nothing personnel, kid.
Now I say we try to polymorph the werewolf into something, and we can tell the dude that the werewolf is gone, and try to persuade him to leave, and try to get him.
That's pretty smart. Okay. Now wisdom and constitution and things like that. Those are saving throws you still make even when you're unconscious. So I am going to have to roll saves for the werewolf. So, who's casting polymorph on it?
It can't be me. I burned that one, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
I can.
Okay.
But I think Tariq can.
Oh, hype.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we polymorph it into something tiny, hide it, say it's gone. I don't know if.
Yeah, I don't think the I mean, maybe the Eladrin has seen me, but I don't think it had any reason to necessarily have seen me, so I can.
Okay.
Polymorph it and.
All right, here we go. You got it. What do you turn it into?
I think a slug is a good.
Okay.
You can put it in your pocket. You can't get away very quickly.
Oh, but then you got a slug in your
A
pocket.
non-poisonous slug.
Oh, man.
Aww.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, there's your slug.
All right,
So you take the slug and you stuff
Hop
it in your
down.
pocket, Doggo?
Yeah, if anything, I'll put it in my pocket, and then Tari, you can kind of bounce, so that way you don't have, or kind of hide, so that way you don't lose concentration.
Oh, yeah. You could walk Kreb home.
Sure.
Or don't get too. I don't know what the range is. Don't get too far away from it, but yeah.
Just head back to Gallon's.
I mean, you could just take it back to Gallon. I'll send Spencer with Tari, because Spencer's not going to be able to do anything.
That's true. You guys can just bounce and take it back.
And take him back to Gallon.
Why don't we all wait before we go? I would wait before we all before.
Hey,
part of us go back
musical
to
person,
Gallon.
you going somewhere? Like you need company? I come with you?
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, hops down, says, "Here you go, buddy." And he passes you his cigarette. I'll just make another one.
Spencer's gonna wedge.
No
himself
offense, but what does he
between the
put in
two.
this one?
Just my blend.
What percentage of your blend is PCP?
It was the same stuff that got Captain Scarf so excited. Remember when Captain Scarf?
I do. I'd rather not be riding.
He
a
rode a
slug,
tiny
naked
pony through the town. You remember
Precisely. Yeah. You keep
Alright.
this, but I'll have it later. I'll keep it for afters. How's that?
I'm just saying, it's
Thank
pretty
you.
wild out tonight. There was like a fairy, like on the roof. It was the dog turned into a wolf. Oh man, it was nuts. Oh God. I gotta go check on Talia. Sorry, I gotta go. And he kind of rushes off the direction the girl left him.
I think
Actually,
I
gonna
will.
stay within 60 feet of where the thing's gonna pop back into existence, but sort of out of sight, just in case I maybe might be able to command it or something.
All right, fair enough.
So what do we do with the slug? Am I gonna hold it?
No,
Or-
Tari has him.
Tari has it. Okay.
I think I'm gonna cast suggestion on him as soon as he shows up, and he gets grappled, and make him like get naked and pet the cat.
All right.
Okay.
Now that it's in Nikolai's brain, it's gonna be hard to get out. I'm sorry, guys.
All right, Vutha Jesk destroys all of this stuff. He just fucking destroys it. Just like he saw Skull do. He just destroys all of it.
That's amazing.
All right. So time speeds up. Is everyone nearby readying actions?
Yeah, we're all just gonna ready to like tackle the guy or kill him. Are we killing him?
All right.
Oh, I ready to put a bag on his head.
I'll suggest.
Wanna
I
block
want
his
to make
sight.
it.
So we're gonna waterboard him.
No, I
Very
don't want to
angry.
teleport away.
All right. He reappears. He looks like he's gonna do something. What are you guys gonna do? You were readying actions.
Yeah, we're gonna tackle
I'm
him.
attacking him.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Let's start with the shots first, because the shots after your suggestion would be bad. So let's do the shots first.
You insult my people!
Bam.
I mean, yeah.
All right, one shot on a ready to action. So go ahead and take your shot. You can even roll stealth to see if you have advantage on it.
Okay,
because,
okay.
Yeah, you would have had time to do a stealth for that. I mean, 24 hits beautifully. Okay, you could roll 2 more times to simulate elven advantage. If you'd like. You're just fishing for a crit at this point.
Yeah.
Either way, it'll still be the 10 damage. And he's
Oh, and he
still
still has
Hunter
Hunter's
Mark,
Mark.
right? Hunter's Mark keeps going.
For an hour, yeah.
Yeah. All right, he takes 11 more damage. So he gets shot as he appears, lets out sort of a as the arrow kind of grazes past him. All right, Cat, you were ready in action.
Cat will help with whatever the next person does.
Giving an assist. Okay. Who is going after the cat?
I'll go. I want
we
to
just go
put
in turn
a.
order?
I want to put a sack on his head.
A sack on his head.
Yeah.
Oh, that's messed up. All right, give me an athletics check.
Damn.
All right.
He still can be.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, he slaps your hand away.
Wow.
All right.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but shape changers automatically succeed against polymorph. I don't know if we want to retcon that.
Shit. Yeah, you right. Oh man.
Okay.
All right. Well, you do have Spencer, and you could have just pulled the werewolf around the corner if you want.
Could we have pulled it in here?
I wasn't. Yeah, I was so excited for you guys. I didn't even double check. So I appreciate you double checking that. Go ahead and take DM inspiration for double checking that. So here, I will put you in the werewolf, not the slug, like wedged behind this building over here.
I will do, if it's okay, Crash. I'll do a suggestion now. I think I want a naked elf on a roof petting a cat. While we
All right. Sure.
Because I want to humiliate them because I'm a jerk.
Okay.
We just kill him.
Let's see what we got.
But Gellin said we would get big reward. Oh my god.
Yeah. Nope, not happening.
RNGesus.
Yep. Okay. Pharaohs, you're the only one left. No, wait. Dogger's got something.
Yeah, I want to cast hold person after, depending on what Pharaohs is going to do.
No, you can do hold person, then if it doesn't work, then I'll try something else.
So another
17?
save. He gets it with advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Alright,
So that fails.
Alright. They are very magical. Like elves are supposed to be.
Alright, So it's either gonna whack him or gonna attempt to teleport him up into the sky. But
Okay.
Can you grab him so he doesn't go away? I don't know. I feel like he might.
I have a decent strength score. I could just grab him. Alright, I'll just grab him, I guess.
Okay.
Is that athletics?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh no.
Jesus
Man,
Christ.
this guy is slippery.
Can we just
Oh,
not
man.
lethal him to death? I mean, well, not to death, but
Alright, is that all the readied actions?
Yeah.
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 Do we
Cannot.
get bonus actions during that?
No, readied action is one action.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Can I just try to persuade him with my regular? Just persuade him.
So you're from over here? Calling
Yeah,
attention to yourself?
All right. No, that's fine. I'll wait for.
Well,
my
I just need to know if you're gonna
Yeah.
persuade him. Then
No,
he's
that's alright.
gonna-
I'll wait for my turn.
Okay.
I'll wait for my turn. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. On this thing's turn, seeing as how it's surrounded, you're powerful spellcasters, relentless. You've got a gross copper elf shooting him full of arrows.
hey,
He is going to phase step, which is not a spell. It is a racial ability. 30 feet that away. And then he's going to take a move and a dash. His movement is 50. So he's going to go...
to counterspell the phase step?
Can't.
I specifically said it was a racial ability, so that you would know you could not counterspell it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's about 125 feet off the map. I would say at some point he'd probably dip down into the street to break line of sight with you guys. Now you do have Hunter's Mark on him, so you should be able to track him if you want. But he is very fast. This phase step, NPC Eladrin get it back on a 4 through 6. So every 6 seconds, he has a 50% chance of getting his teleport back. So they could be it's going to be very hard to keep up with him. But yeah, you could certainly, keep tracking him for the hour. But if he keeps up a pace of 100 and we'll say 15 feet per round, because face stepping every other round, like that's a pretty brisk pace to keep up with in a crowded city. So I don't know if you want to try to pursue or if you just, want to try to secure the package. All right, but
we'll keep hunter's mark on him to make sure that he
Yeah.
doesn't come near us.
Why don't
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat on the Tressum.
Okay.
So we're gonna. So the Tressum will do like at least 120 feet a turn, I think.
Okay.
I think if I did that right, I did it really.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so go ahead and give me a perception check from the Tressum to see how it does as far as kind of keeping track of this guy.
All right. Give me 1 sec. Sorry.
Sure.
It's good. We're getting there.
And you could always alt double click. Make sure to bring up the sheet. Yeah, like you fly off in the general direction, but Illyria's the one who can pinpoint its location, and the cat, has a general sense like he's that away. So it kind of flies off in that general direction. Yeah.
Was you said
Oh,
his
and it was
speed
stealth, by the way.
50?
Is what?
He said his speed was 50.
Right, it's 50 plus the 30 feet of teleportation essentially every other round.
Yeah,
Because it comes back
chance.
50% of the time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, 50% of the time?
Yeah, it comes back on a... Here you go, I'll post it up.
Okay.
And I just realized I could only cast that spell on myself and not on the cat.
You can cast self spells on your familiar, though.
Oh, okay.
That's one of the things about familiar. That's how you give your familiar dragon's breath, so it actually has an attack.
Oh, so you couldn't
cast-
cast that on me?
What, the
so-
Expeditious Retreat?
Yeah. No?
Yeah, no, he could cast it on himself or the cat. The
alright,
cat
then
can
never
fly, so it has... The cat was your best chance of tracking him down. I'll be honest, the guy's longbow is like a one-hit kill on your cat. So even if the cat finds him, I think it's just going to get shot,
Yeah, I was just gonna say if I was a level 2 rogue or if I had that, I have 105 speed a turn, so I have 5 more speed than him unless he gets his thing back. But I could probably catch him, but I don't know if it's worth it.
Can you take the dash action twice in a row? Like
if you have enough action economy for it, yeah. Like a rogue can take dash twice because they can do cunning action as. Yeah.
I just didn't know that was a thing.
Oh yeah. If your action economy supports it, yeah. Rogues are crazy fast. Tabaxi rogue monk. I mean, that's how you make the fastest. That's how you make the flash. Is you do a Tabaxi rogue monk. So I guess they don't even have to be a rogue because they could do Step of the Wind if they needed to go super fast. So, anyways, you have secured the package, but this guy is definitely on the loose. So I don't know how you want to proceed with that. We are at we'll play a little bit later because stories about dolls and a little bit of late start, that kind of thing. But so from here, I gotta ask: do you try to track him, or Illyria, are you just using it as sort of a warning system, like this guy is in the area kind of deal?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Let me
Stuff the werewolf in a barrel.
Let me see this. Okay. Yeah, I rolled an intelligence check for him behind the scenes. He does not pursue you. In fact, you feel the beacon of him going further and further and further north.
Okay.
Like you guys scared the shit out of him. I mean, being banished is no joke. If somebody can cast banishment, they are a very powerful spellcaster. So yeah.
Yeah.
And generally, adventurers seem to all be the same level. So if one of you could cast banishment, like holy shit, right? Holy shit. And he didn't know half the stuff you were casting at him, but he was making a lot of saving throws. I can't imagine any solo monster would ever feel like this is a fight they could win. So he definitely, effed off. He was like, nope.
Yeah, and here's the thing: if he's here because of the werewolf, if the werewolf's gone, then he'll just
leave.
He'll screw off anyway. Maybe.
Can we pick
Look at
up
his other-
the arrow?
In a
As
way,
Yeah.
right? In a way, you guys, he did see the werewolf die, right? So, yeah. I mean,
Mission accomplished. Maybe.
yeah.
Okay.
So I say we sneakily get this dude,
Yeah,
the
let's get.
werewolf back out of here.
Yeah, let's get.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you
So,
fabricate a barrel big enough
yeah,
to just put it
weekend
in?
at Weekend at Bernie's Werewolf Edition. How are you going to get this unconscious werewolf who is only unconscious, I think, for an hour? How are you going to get it back to Gallant's place?
Gaseous form it.
What?
I
Then
mean,
we
I
can't
can
hold it.
I can fabricate. I can fabricate.
I
a
think
barrel.
that's another shapeshift thing that would be in that you couldn't be able to change it because.
I can
Oh.
cast invisibility on it
I
for
could just-
another hour.
But let me double check. Shape changer. Blah, 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 blah. No, I think that was just the specifics of polymorph. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not make
Yeah.
it invisible?
No.
Well, I was saying we could
But
carry
then
it by
what if
making
it comes
gassy.
back out of consciousness?
Oh,
if
you're not that
invisibly
far
run
from
away?
you're not more than an hour away from Gallant's place.
Okay.
If you want to carry an invisible werewolf
Yeah.
through the town, that's fine.
Yeah. I'll burn a spell slot on the invisible.
Okay. Does somebody want to commandeer this cart with the heroic promise of bringing it back later, and you just throw the werewolf in the cart? Or are you gonna be seen pantomiming carrying something heavy and invisible?
Can we put
What's
it
wrong
on
with your friend there?
Spencer's
He's practicing mime.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You toss it on Spencer's back. Spencer kind of lets out a oof because it's a big old werewolf. But
back? Somebody, I'll hold its legs behind Spencer.
Nice.
All right.
Can we
And
pull
Spencer lets out a honk because he's being a helper, and he helps you carry your invisible werewolf back to the Prime Water Mansion.
He shot it twice with 2 silver arrows. You said.
Yes,
Can I pull the silver arrows out?
absolutely.
Does that do
Are
they-
damage pulling it out?
Are they-
You have magic band-aids. You'll be fine.
Okay.
Are they
So-
full silver or just this tip silver?
Oh, Thogrim. They are full silver. They're the kind of arrows that you'd shoot at Ganondorf.
Sparkly.
Yeah. Yeah, they nice. They
And
nice
here's
arrows.
the thing, though. If this is attached to him, we can scry him with this. If you ever want to find him. they're his arrows.
Oh.
I had the same
Yeah.
idea. I had the same idea with
Rotate
Sigma because I'm still
object.
holding on to Sigma's greatsword. So if we ever wanted to find her, we could scry on her. But
Nice.
I want that to come up naturally. Know about that.
So can I
All right.
can I use one of the arrows? I'm just a suggestion to use one of the arrows to fabricate it into another chain to put around the legs.
Well, we got plenty.
Oh, you
of
have 50
chains.
feet of chain
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
took it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could. I'm gonna
Yeah.
glue her arms and her legs now, and then chain her up. Then we'll turn invisible.
Okay.
We're good.
Then I'll just hold on to both of the arrows. Then both
Okay.
of the silver.
I'll be honest, 50 feet of silver chain is worth 500 gold. So I don't know. I mean, you might forget to return it. I don't know. Yeah. All right. So you guys head back to Prime Water Mansion with your prize in tow. Okay. Oh, it's late, but you were expected. So let me switch you back over. I would love, as a to get location map boards made for everywhere. I think they're cool. As Marge Simpson says, I think they're neat.
Yeah, with all the pictures, I think it definitely adds a lot to the.
Yeah, it gives you something besides the main map to look at. So, all right. So you rolled up on the manor, and waiting outside, which is an unusual sight. You do see Lady Primewater. She's on the back veranda, where the guards, seeing you approach, wave you off, don't come to the front door. So you guys kind of head around to the back entrance, and you find that the back gate is already unlocked and opened, and she is sitting on the back veranda, and she smiles warmly, and she says, Oh, it's you. You opened the box.
Da. Nikolai Constantine, third of his name, opener of boxes.
I see that you found Anna.
We did. She is alive.
I don't suppose she had time to perform any artwork tonight.
Maybe she so will.
I
Uh,
think artwork is killing
shouldn't
things.
bite anyone.
Oh, did she claw anyone?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she did.
She got one off.
Oh, which one of you?
Does that do it?
Oh, yes, the claws and teeth.
Awesome. Then she did do work.
But just to what's his nuts though, right?
This poor Spencer.
Oh, but let's not say. Yeah,
It doesn't affect Spencer though, right?
She's
I know.
crab.
there was one other. Yeah.
Oh, where orca dog?
I know. The
He's
smiling
not a
man.
humanoid though.
The smiling man.
Do
Say
not
it like-
worry, your whalehound is fine. Your whalehound gave up its mortal coil when it swore its soul to you, Lady Payne.
Hmm.
Oh.
Little Spencer will go on and on and on, never granted the gift of death. Ever.
Oh. It's concerning.
Spencer does a little
I
honk.
think maybe when I die, he will be granted the gift of death.
Is she saying that he was because he was bitten by a werewolf?
No.
Oh no, she's saying it because he's a Pokemon. So yeah, like literally, she could just put him back together every time he dies. So there's like a real creepy ritual where she takes like a piece of Spencer and grows a new Spencer. It's like a whole thing. We've never had to see it, thank goodness, but you know.
Be with me forever.
As the first Beastmaster, what was her name? Elmira? Yeah. She loved them and hugged them forever and ever and ever. Yeah. So, she says, bring her inside, and I will tell you what you need to know.
Okay. Oh, Tari, have some news. Ferris looks super nervous. He's like doing that thing where you like put your like index fingers together, like poking like his like claws together. It's like
What is it?
So Lady Daggerford is a little concerned. She wants to know how you're doing.
Oh. Have you been in contact with her recently?
No.
Inside him. Or roll a deception check at least.
Were the flowers for her?
Did you put those there?
I didn't know.
Ooh, that's smart. Are you, Illyria, are you gonna split off to go check on Kreb?
I think I will,
Okay.
and I'll bring him back here.
Right.
Illyria, do you
Yeah.
mind if I go with you, or do you want to do it on
No,
your
I
own?
don't mind. I don't mind. Yeah, come with me.
Yeah.
Spencer will come with me as well.
I feel like a little bit of backup could be useful, maybe.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, this guy's MO is he does kill anyone that he thinks has been infected. So
Yeah.
Is Prime Water with
he is laying down right now in his calm emotions snuggie. So yeah. You'll have to Google vampire puns, I guess. So
Thargum's gonna put his book away.
All right. So Illyria and Nikolai Constantine, third of his name, and Kat, they all dip as you guys carry the werewolf inside. I'm assuming Spencer does too after he drops off his package.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. As he leaves, she says to Spencer, honk, honk, honk. And Spencer looks back at her and he says, honk. And he heads off into the night.
Oh, I want to know what he says later.
All right.
Actually, I want to know what he says now. Oh, I can't speak with animals.
Okay. He says, yeah, that creepy lady that's dead, she said thanks for not shitting on my floor.
Oh. Well,
Oh no! And he like covers his mouth. He says, pooping on the floor.
Language, Spencer.
Okay. All right. So, Lady Primordial says, I am true to my word. You brought us Anna alive, and you didn't have to. So I will tell you that it is possible to remove the affliction on sweet Turi. But to do so, I will need the blood of the noble succubus who did this to her.
Oh, Ferris coughs on his water.
I look at Ferris when she says that.
If you're interested in making a significant amount of money, I believe my husband was looking for someone to remove her from the story. I can provide you a weapon that if you deal the killing blow with it, she will be banished. Hold on. She will be banished from the realms for 500 years. Enough time for most of you to live out your lives in relative peace, without fear of...
Come after me.
Though your descendants will likely be persecuted for your actions.
Yeah.
But hey, 50,000 dragons is quite a bit of money.
What kind of weapon is it?
She looks at you and says, one that I don't think anyone should trust you to use.
Oh, that's rude.
That's kind of true. Sorry, I'm not there.
And on that note, I think actually we'll end on a bigger cliffhanger. Illyria as you, Spencer,
a
Kat,
bigger cliffhanger,
and Nikolai are headed towards where you think Kreb would be, which I'm assuming is the empty net. Yes? No?
Well, he said he was going to check on that chick.
So are you going to head back to the scene of the crime and try to track him from there?
I think so. What do you think, Illyria?
Okay, yeah. Give me a survival check with advantage because Spencer and Kat and Nikolai.
Illyria, you should definitely do that. Yeah,
all right. As you start following his trail, which is pretty easy. There's plenty of like cigarette butts and knocked over trash cans and stuff. The beacon that you are using that is almost up has turned around and is headed in the same direction.
Good.
And that's where we'll leave off.
Do I see any animals?
All right. So
the beacon for sorry, no, I was wondering.
The beacon for her hunter's mark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's got like a little GPS unit in her head that tracks that stuff. So
okay.
Alrighty. On that note, we will continue this next week. I hope everybody stays healthy and safe moving forwards. And I hope your zombie apocalypse is as relaxing and enjoyable as mine is, now that I know I don't have the horrible disease and it's not going to kill me. So, and those are pugs killing each other in the background. So don't freak out. So
good.
Yeah, I have two of my own little Eben fangs. So, all right. Night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Everyone, it was fun.
Ooh.